I tried to explain sexy, what that meant, because my sons asked.
Do not.
Too soon.
Do not.
It's too soon.
No.
You don't need to explain sexy.
Dude,
Why did they ask?
because some girl in Max's class wrote on her desk, "Sexy Max."
Oh my God, that's too much for that young.
That is too
Casselberry.
much. Yeah, it's a little different there. It's like Louisiana.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Do you need to have the talk with your boys already?
No,
Buy them condoms? What's going on over there?
It's the hormones in the chicken. That's what
And the
they
quail.
are.
And the quail.
Yeah, it's in the quails.
Casselberry
Anyway,
quail.
Chemtrails.
So then they were like, "What does that mean?" And then I bumbled my way through, kind of explaining that.
Yeah,
it's a
how'd that go?
They did poorly. I really kind of got so
confused them.
confusing that they just gave up listening.
Well, I'd say mission accomplished.
There you go. It's like
Yeah.
they don't know where to take it.
You got them off the scent.
Yeah.
It's too soon. I don't think you need to describe sexy
No.
until they're at least 10
No,
or
they
11.
don't even
I'm
know
kidding.
what sex is.
No, I know. That's all. That's
Just
all I
tell them.
didn't
Just
know.
tell them they don't need to know yet.
No, that makes it worse.
Oh,
because
yeah. Then they're going to ask everybody.
Tell them it's a bad word and shame them.
I said it's an adult word and it's a style.
It's a style
I got
of
into-
adult dancing.
I got into Pepe Le Pew. I showed him
Rape
Pepe Le
culture?
Pew. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, this
no.
guy knows. Pepe knows.
I'm going to have you watch a series of Pepe Le Pew cartoons. Well, welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Tom.
Ross is over there. Samantha's over there.
Here's how
There
I
you go.
know I'm a goddamn idiot. Is that I'm so bad at spelling that I can't, that I'll actually stop and just abandon trying to use a word because
That's Porky Pig in it.
I'm spelling it so bad that even the autocorrect has
That's
no
Porky-
idea what the
that's
fuck
Porky-
I'm talking
that's
about.
Porky
And then
Pig
I
in
just say, and I also always.
I was riding in a really good atomy car. That's Porky Pig in it.
You're right. It's texting Porky Pig. You're right. Yeah, that's it. Right. That's
Yeah.
what I do. I try to use something. I use it a lot with definitely because it always ends up spelling defiantly. And I've done this multiple times. Sometimes to an awkward.
Hey, Tom, are you
business
going to be there
conference.
tonight? Definite. Yes.
That's what usually happens. And
Yeah, you're Porky Pig.
goddamn.
I mean, that is the equivalent of what he did, right? He'd always find a word he couldn't say, and then he'd get to the interview and be like, fuck it. So I was eating it last night, and
Come on,
I
come
thought
on.
it would be a lot better if I swung by Fair Villa and got my wife some new negligees, some new sexy lingerie at our good friends, Fair Villa Megastore, multiple locations.
Yeah, brand new location in Sanford,
Yeah.
right off Reinhardt Road. If you haven't been there, we went by, did an ACT podcast there. Like Daniel said, lingerie, whether you want some, they've got novelty gifts. They've got some weed-inspired novelty gifts.
Yeah.
They've got regular gifts.
If you're
and
going
adult
to
section.
a bachelor party, if you're going to
Yeah.
a bachelorette party, if you're...
You want costumes.
costuming for festival time.
They got Fair Villa University online, so those are online.
If you want to learn how to eat it,
Yeah.
they got you covered.
Lots of Fair Villa locations. You can find them all at fairvilla.com.
I've always been a fan of music and vinyl, and I think when people think of records and vinyl, they think of a black record, right? They think of that classic thing, you know?
Yeah.
And where modern collectors are and where the world has come into artistry has been infused into making records in vinyl, we wanted our collection of soap to sort of represent also like modern vinyl. So all the packaging, we had this idea, we wanted to look like a record collection. We wanted to come out of the box on the right side, like a record does, pull it out. And then we're like, we want these things to have a personality. So all of them have a playlist designed on like the character of the scent and bar, like what it kind of brings you, You guys curated your own
We
playlist,
did.
which is super
man,
cool.
That is so good.
But like all the other ones, like, the coffee one's going to have like an early morning vibe. The Florida Citrus is going to have a refreshing sort of uplifting thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, smell great, man.
And you can get them all at groovesoaps.com.
Hello. Greetings. Good morning.
And so what
Did
are
you just
people
cut off
most
time for that?
I did.
That is illegal, sir.
It was cutting itself off. Oh my God. Good morning, everybody.
There's that mold.
Yeah, that is no. I got to clean that thing. I'm gonna do it this weekend. I unplugged it. It was step one is to unplug it, but then I didn't realize
That's gonna
that
get hot mold.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I should probably get that water out of there. That I didn't realize that thing requires. It's a pretty significant. I didn't realize how hard Butler had to work. The hardest thing Butler ever did while he was here was cleaning that ice machine. It's very detailed.
And he was very proud of it.
Yeah, he should have been. It's very difficult. You have to unplug it from a power source. You have to take out the reservoir. You have to wipe the reservoir down. You have to wipe down all of the small like rubber surfaces. Then you have to drain the tank. Then you have to flush it with water. Then you have to flush it with bleach water. Then you have to flush it again with regular water. It's going to take me 2 hours. 2 hours. Oh yeah, Christine, I've been hearing little chirps about that. Yeah, that didn't sound fun. Organizing stuff like that. Tracy, do you want to clean it? Oh, she already refused. Oh, I didn't read. She at the very end, she just writes, "I refuse."
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Tracy, clean it for me. Or buy me a new one, Tracy. Tracy, come get our old one and then buy us a new one.
Tracy Cubes.
Yeah, we could call her Ice Cold Tracy Cubes. That's our sales force. That's Ice Cold Tracy Cube.
Look, it was that easy to talk her into it. Look at that peer pressure.
Is she doing it now? Come
she
over.
She said, I'm a team player.
Come
Fine.
over here and do it right now. Tom. I forget your name. Tom.
How dare you?
It's the worst insult I can say to you. Tom.
Holy smokes.
Tracy's going to clean the ice machine.
See, the mold's getting to his brain.
I told drink the ice. I've had mold brain, though.
The spores are all in the air now.
Tracy, you don't have enough time to do this today. I'm telling you, you have to unplug it, then you have to run the hoses, you have to
Tracy finds time.
Undo the caps, and then you have to watch this video of this old man. It's the GE Ion ice machine. Yeah, just order an ice machine but this one was expensive. That's why we're cleaning it. Most ice machines are like $175. This one I think was $480. So that's why I'm going to preserve it. We're saving it. And it's just got a little bit. It's just got some funk in there, just a little bit. It'll be good. I'm going to bleach. I'm going to do hot water. I'm going to do bleach. I'm going to wipe it down. I'm going to take off the magnets off of it, make it look respectable. How do you feel, Sam, about if you go to somebody's house and you walk into their house, because I used to have this. If you walked into my old little house here in Audubon Park and you saw that our refrigerator was covered in like punk rock stickers, is that cool to you, or do you age out of that? Like at 47, would you be like, come on, man, get a regular, clean, nice.
I don't mind it.
Okay, see, I
got magnets and shit all over mine anyway.
I loved it, and then Andrea, she wouldn't let me keep it. She wouldn't let me keep the punk rock refrigerator. I love that refrigerator. I contend that refrigerator, better refrigerator than the one we have right now. The one we have right now is a Whirlpool, and all of the handles are falling off because Maisie, when she opens it like a thug. You know what I mean? Like she's like, yeah, she just like throws it open. She opens it like not a that wasn't a racial comment. I mean like just like a standard run of the mill cartoon thug. She uses too much strength. And then we have the freezer on the bottom, worst design for a child because you pull that thing open and then they lean on it. And when they lean on it, they're gonna break it. She's gonna end up breaking the freezer. Oh, I got a funny
bench press in the freezer.
I got a funny Maisie Andrea story that involves NSYNC. I'm gonna have to get Andrea on here to confess her fucking sins. Well, it's very good to see you guys. I didn't give you guys your normal shout outs. Let's do it. I gotta get better at doing this, especially for the crew that joins us early. Shred Bear, you were first. Duncan, welcome. Krista Lapice, it's always good to see you. I very much enjoyed watching your Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah, she's been killing it.
Yeah, man, good racing. That was a good, what'd you get, 219? I was watching your time. I'm going to tell you straight up, that's one of my favorite parts of that game is flying those stupid brooms. It's really good. It's calming. They made it satisfying. So when you're doing it, if you get good at it, it rewards you with satisfaction. Love it. Let's see here. Tracy's in there. I'm not kidding about the ice machine. Please help. I'm joking. Casey, Innate Mass, Canadian Josh. Hey, Josh. What's up, buddy? I did notice, and this is my little bit of app, feedback, that Canadian Josh's voicemails are being recorded as videos. I think everybody's are recording as videos. So what that does is universally, Android to Apple, it makes everybody sort of sound the same. But unfortunately, it makes everybody sound like 25% more muffly for some reason. But I don't know what that is. I'm going to put it in my details to Matthew. Charles and Danielle, what up? Charles says, Wacky Wednesday. When is the last time you had Hungry Howie's? Dude,
Wait,
I'm a fan.
Today's Thursday, right?
Oh, Charles, you fucked it up.
I was like, did I just have a mental freak
You know
out?
what? I went with it. But I do love me some Wacky Wednesday, and I do love flavored crust. I love Hungry Howie's. What was your...
Oh, Papa John's now has like a garlic cheese crust or something?
Okay.
Let me look it up.
They did.
I don't typically like stuffed crust.
They did a thin where they put Parmesan on the bottom, and it was not good. Too seasoned.
Garlic Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza.
All right. I'm down with that.
New garlic epic signature garlic flavor stuffed into the cheesy crust and drizzled onto it.
Jeez Louise. That's saturated
And they give
fat.
you the special garlic dipping sauce with it to
Saturated
also dip in.
fat.
Give me that.
That sounds good. But to answer your question, Charles and Danielle, in Flagler College, the easiest place for us to get fast food from when I was living in the dorms as a young man, this would have been 1995. Young man in the dorms in 95, ordering me an oven-baked sub from Hungry Howie's or a pizza, and then we would always get Cajun crust. That's the correct answer, Cajun. I think it's just butter and Cajun spices. You could get the buttered garlic pretty good, but we went Cajun for some reason. And their oven-baked subs are fucking great. Really, really good. Frashino's here. Foul Weather Surfer. That is a great name. I only see you pop in occasionally, Foul Weather Surfer. You must be surfing so much. DJ Axis, Shred Bear we mentioned. Yeah, the subs. Yeah, dude, the oven-baked subs from Hungry Howie's were where it was at. I heard yours and Carlos's ham and cheese song this morning for the first time. I'm a fan. I don't even remember what that is. I've written so much garbage. Couldn't even tell you, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Did I get everybody? Most people, I think. Would you like a piece of ham? Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Okay, yeah. I do remember that song with Bubba. Yeah, we like doing weirdo stuff. Only now is it cool. Okay, now all the ice machine stuff. We got Deborah coming in today. CZ, thank you for joining the BDM Facebook group. Appreciate you. Have you been a BDM and you just joined, or have you been in there, or do you just now became a BDM? Yeah. Okay, Jonathan. Good idea with the white vinegar, but I've already watched this video and it says bleach, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And that's what Butler did. He used bleach, but I believe General Electric or GE Corporation says bleach. Yeah, I think. I was answering Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
I was on the Monsters, I think. The sesame seed crust was not bad. Not bad at all. I kind of want pizza right now. Like, we shouldn't have talked about this. I didn't eat enough breakfast.
I want to try both the Wawa pizza and Bull and Bush has pizza now.
I've had the Bull and Bush pizza. It's good. It's bar pizza, but it's really good.
I also want to try their pickle wings.
I'm a sucker for any pizza that comes out on a little cardboard that's exactly the same size as the pizza. I'm down. I love bar food. Bar food's great. What else is in here?
Yes, Wawa has pizza now, and I want to try it.
They used to have a focaccia pizza. Is that it, or is this a different?
Who, Wawa?
Yeah.
This is, as far as I know, it's like full pizza
like round,
pies. Yeah.
not square. They had a square. They had a focaccia. You can look it up. I want to say they had it like right
That
before
sounds good.
They had it before the pandemic. It was great. It was.
I never
like,
saw it at any of my Wawas.
It was great. They had it right.
They got the burgers and fries. I've tried those. Me.
I've never had the burger. I can't pull the trigger on it.
It's fine. It's fine.
The pizza was was it a flatbread? It was thick. It was focaccia. I know it was focaccia. Literally know it was focaccia.
Wow.
Deborah's here. Hello. Well, I'm just talking to the chat room, warming up a little bit. Good to see you. Make yourself at home. Always a pleasure seeing you.
Oh yeah, you're right. This looks.
That coat is that's a
Oh, that's
you do
a
have
frick
stuff.
pizza.
That's
I am gonna wear it.
that's freaking rad. Yeah, you got good stuff today.
Yeah, and this is just like a little.
We're talking about Wawa pizza, so.
Oh, I haven't had Wawa pizza.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
no, well, that's what we're talking. They used to have a focaccia bread pizza that was
That looks
pretty
too
good.
thick for me.
It was super
Yeah,
thick,
no
but it was
thanks.
good when you
I
were
can't do
drunk.
that.
It was perfect.
Oh well, yeah.
Like when you were soaking up some like Rolling Rocks.
It's going well. How are you guys?
Good. Very good to see you.
We got our blower outside.
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
right on cue. They waited till they saw her walk in, right?
Always here when the
They're trying to peek in at the windows
Yeah,
to see
I
what
mean,
we got.
I could make an argument that he saw you
Oh, I love
walking
that
in,
hat.
and he's like, "That's the lingerie people." That is that's badass.
This is just like such.
I might need that for my Dr. Facilier outfit.
Oh yeah,
I just
yeah.
did Halloween and not so much festival today.
Okay,
That's fine.
A
great.
couple toys because I thought they were fun.
Oh, that one. Okay.
What is
that is awesome. It's in a little. It's like a little plant.
spot.
That is sex spot. That's so cute. All
Ah.
right, we're gonna have some fun today.
Okay, let me get myself.
Yeah, I saw. There was rumors that Fall Out Boy was going to tour with My Chemical Romance, but
Yes, I heard
it
that.
looks like it's going to be Jimmy Eat World, and Jimmy Eat World will be opening, which I find odd. But
I do like
I
Jimmy
get
Eat
it.
World though. I
Fall
like.
Out Boy is more popular. I
But
get
Jimmy
it.
Eat World is. Have you ever seen him live?
Oh yeah,
Real good. Real good. I would go see that.
it's at Amway. Yeah. Good luck.
Right. I knew there was.
I mean, you'll probably be able to get tickets.
I
it's
knew there
just-
was a punchline. Yeah, but am I going to
Ugh.
want to spin that?
Right.
And I'll tell you, Blink set the bar so high for a show because I didn't pay that much, and Emily had good. It was good, man.
I feel like this is mine.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Are you putting it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on.
That is awesome.
I saw.
Make sure
saw
my
this
camera's
last week,
are here, right here.
and I'm like, this could be my.
Yeah, yeah.
This could be me.
That's not even like festival wear. That's just cool.
Right.
I guess it is. Like you wouldn't wear
It's-
that. You know, I tell you right now, my daughter, if she saw that jacket right now, she'd squeal and beg for
We
it.
have it in small size. I mean, it runs small anyway.
Yeah, yeah. But she's just like she's all about the fashion and everything. And
What is that called? Half jacket?
I don't know.
Crop jacket.
My
Crop
Crop
jacket?
jacket.
my
Okay.
wife
Yeah.
loves. I call them little bitty jackets.
Little bitty jackets.
Yeah, Andrea has probably no less than 17 little jackets. All right, I'm gonna fire up this second machine over here. We'll be good to go.
This is comfy.
Is it?
Oh,
It's got a
yeah.
nice lining inside.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Like,
big
this
on
is-
gotta have a good lining.
It's definitely our rave wear, but still, I don't care.
Rave is the time. It's right now. It's happening. Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. You know that song? Like
I do.
on all the commercials? Okay. What are you thinking about, Tom?
No,
Sex.
Just, thinking about raves and.
You're thinking about raves.
Yeah, he
Well, when
always
Daniel,
thinks
when
he always
Daniel
thinks
said
about
raves, I was
raves.
like, are they as popular as they used to be?
I think they're
Are
more
they-
popular.
You know, because it seems like
They're more corporate raves now.
Yeah, because
They're not underground raves.
because the money.
Although I'm sure some do happen.
Okay, we're good.
There's giant money in it, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
All right, would you like to begin?
Sure.
Where's this going, Sam?
This is Tuesday 3.
Tuesday 3, so we're coming back. Let me get to the
Coming
bottom of the
back.
chat room. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So Deborah's here from Fairville Megastore.
I am.
How you doing, Deborah?
Very
I'm
good
doing
to see
great.
you.
Looking
Thanks.
fashionable.
Yeah,
I
you
am.
look great. Look at
Look at
that
that.
thing. That
I
is.
know, right?
She has on a light pastel pink festival small furry party jacket.
Yeah, it is definitely a party jacket. It is way too hot to wear it outside today, but it feels good in here.
Yeah, it's usually freezing in here, so she has to bring her own festival wear to
That's right.
warm herself up on the Tom and Dan couch.
I was just looking for a reason to wear this. That's all.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
I know it's
really
cold in there.
You know, that one I will also say is not really that crazy.
No.
Like almost anybody could pull that off. Like almost
It's cute.
everyone I know could pull off like a light pink festival jacket.
Do they still make real fur? Like,
They
is that
do.
is that
Yes.
still?
Of
I mean,
course.
I know.
Yeah, they still make boots with the fur if that's what you're.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
Like,
like,
I
make
saw
blood
the-
diamonds too,
Yeah,
Tom.
I saw the
Yeah,
apple
yeah.
bottom
Capitalism
jeans.
is
Yeah, I
thriving.
saw the apple bottom jeans in your eyes.
yeah,
Sir.
but are people still buying like real mink
Yeah.
Yeah.
coats and stuff?
Because Cruella de Vil's still walk the earth, right?
Yeah,
There are people.
absolutely.
I'm sure there are people that still.
They don't give a damn.
My mom had a real fur coat that
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad bought her back in the day.
You know what I'm saying?
The man of the house
saying
would
now.
go out and you would buy a fur coat for your wife and you would give it to her, whether she wanted it or not. My mom didn't want it. And you would give the fur coat to her. It was a sign of male dominance and wealth. And you're like, this is a fox coat. It was $1,000.
No, in the 70s.
Yeah,
is what
in
I'm saying.
Florida, it was the dumbest thing my dad ever
Yeah.
did. My mom was like, "You're such an idiot. Why are you so stupid?"
I would
I
just-
remember them fighting.
But he,
that-
and
that
he
she
was
had to
probably
keep
so
it-
proud of it, you know.
Oh,
that
he was
able
so proud
to
of
do,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
provide that.
because it was for
Yeah.
him, right? It was like I can afford to buy this for my wife.
Right.
But then it had to be kept at this special place that you'd have
Don't
to
you
drive
remember that on Orange Avenue, LaBelle, where you could put your coats in storage there?
next to NYPD Pizza.
I don't remember
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
But yeah.
And you go, and my mom, I remember my mom would have, like, she put it in this thing and then drive it to this place and then they'd
Yep.
store it so it wouldn't die.
What do you mean die?
You
Like-
wouldn't get
it's
critters
like-
in it.
Yeah,
and stuff, you know?
because the
right?
real fur starts to deteriorate because it's skin and stuff, right? And the fur used to be organic, so yeah, like so, and it started falling up. Well, if you don't care for it, I guess it falls apart. I sold it. I was like, I have no need for it.
You sold it.
Yeah, I sold everything.
I wanted it.
Yeah, you want my mom?
LaBelle's still open.
Yeah, LaBelle's
I
still
just
open.
saw it.
It'll pop up. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they are still open. It was down there next to NYPD Pizza. So at one point, you could see the Backstreet Boys and an old lady with a fur coat.
What-
Pretty awesome.
What do you think?
They are Florida's largest full-service furrier.
Yeah.
What's a full real fur coat cost?
More now than ever because people aren't into it, right?
Yeah.
I remember the
Well,
price of my mom's fox coat. It was $1,100. I remember that. And my mom was so mad that my dad bought it for her. She never wore it.
Well, it should be the opposite, right? If people aren't into it, the prices should go down.
Well, I think it's very
No,
rare.
it's harder to find.
Yeah, it's harder to find because it's
limited
very rare.
farms and limited availability and
Yeah,
so forth.
and
so,
I'm sure it's
yeah.
got to be
And
sustainable
you got to walk
now.
past
Oh,
the
yeah.
PETA people that are standing outside.
It's a gamble,
make your
right?
way, make
It's
your
a
way.
gamble. It's like wearing your gun on your hip. People are going to see it. They're going to say things about it.
yeah, well, I guess it would be hard for the PETA people to even spot a real fur coat, right? Because I
There's
mean,
so many faux.
yeah.
And
I mean,
there's
most
good
of them are
ones, like
fake.
really
Yeah,
good.
sorry.
Anyway, sorry, that's a hard
This
pivot.
is not real by the
No,
I know.
It's like super fake, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Deborah, what do we got today?
Well, I did want to just bring a couple toys today because last time I was here, we were talking about the trend of cute. And when I
Yes.
walked in the store, I'm like, oh, there's more cute. And I think I brought the sucky ducky last time.
Yes, it crushed.
Oh, quack quack.
Now there's
Wow.
now there's
That was really
a
Tracy
sucky
Morgan.
kitty. It's-
Sucky kitty.
Sucky kitty, yes. So it doesn't have the little tongue, but it's kind of like the little unicorn ones that I've brought in.
Unicorn.
Yeah. You remember those?
I
They're
don't.
really-
I'm blanking.
Well, don't worry. They're going to come out with
Okay.
one, a Halloween style one that I'll bring in next time. It's really cute.
Well, this is great
It's
for
called the
Halloween.
Nightmare.
The black cat.
Yeah.
right. And so I have it on.
You don't want a
Can we
black
hear it?
cat to cross your snatch.
Oh, come on.
So
don't know if I
if
can
this
say
was
that.
Deborah
I don't know if I
looks
can
at
say
you
it.
like,
Yeah, I think I can
that
say it.
was
I know
too
that's
far.
the first time I've ever gotten the
Ruined
Deborah
it.
grown.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
ruined
trying
it.
to like the path, the
No,
snatch
no,
path.
no.
You were trying to make it.
Yeah,
You
Yeah, I
were
was
trying to get
forcing
there.
it. I was
Come on.
forcing it.
Yeah, but it's cute. It actually looks like a little kitty. It has a little kitty collar. It's silicone.
That is super cute.
Waterproof. It's really quiet, and it's got that air pulse and suction technology that
Oh
everybody
wow! No,
loves.
this one,
So cute.
This one has
Suck the soul out of
yeah,
you.
it has a little more power.
Under
Ah.
$50.
Like this one, I think I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna
Oh, will
really-
it drink your
Rechargeable.
Mountain Dew?
I think it will hold the cap of my mouth. I
Uh-oh.
think it will hold the cap of my mouth.
Turn it on the highest power.
I don't know how to do it. I'm trying.
You know, it's not made to make a complete suction.
But feel that.
Some do,
Feel that.
but most of them are more like an air pressure.
It
feeling.
goes,
It
right?
feels like suction.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Right? Not bad.
I don't even understand what
5-year
you
warranty.
do with this. So,
You put it on the thing.
Yeah.
The button.
On
No,
the
it's
kitty.
just yeah. If I wanted to teach you, I would
Still got
say
nothing.
On the button.
to the novice, I would say, much like my womanizer.
The old man in the canoe.
You take this.
I never
and
got
you-
that reference.
Yeah,
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God! You take this and you just
You need to
gently-
go to one of the Fairvilla classes
Yeah,
for
it's
real.
Time. It's time.
Remember we were talking about uneducated people?
Yeah.
You need an education, my friend.
There we go.
Poor Crystal.
And this, I just couldn't help it because it's just hysterical. And this is our little display. It's called the sex pot. And
cute.
it's actually a vibrating kind of bullet.
Yeah.
This is the antenna portion. It looks like a little pot leaf.
What did you
Oh,
think it
this
was?
has gone too far.
What do you mean?
No, this is
I
great.
love this.
Yeah, I like this.
It's a vibrating,
vibrating-
weed plant.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
a
What
vibrating.
two things go better together?
Exactly.
The remote looks like a
Ain't
little
that
pot
right,
leaf.
Allie?
We won't worry about that right now, but it does have a remote control that's in the shape of a pot leaf.
Oh my God!
And
that's so
the
cool.
little bullet it's super cute. It's all silicone, waterproof, and you can control it from the bullet too. Very quiet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
this one
powerful
does.
little thing. So
It's got a
it
little-
can be used internally.
It's got a flexi
externally.
tail.
Oh.
Yeah,
like
flexi
a
tail.
Flexi tail. so
Oh,
you
what do you
can-
do with the tail?
Well,
The
you know,
tail
what do you
is
not do with the
actually
tail?
where your the antenna, let's just say.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if it's inside
Oh.
and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
remote controlling it.
Abort!
Ah.
Also, the way it bends, you could use this as sensory play to like kind of just
That's true. Oh, very nice.
kind
Look
of
at
touch. Yeah, well, I'm spicy in the bedroom. This guy's the guy that doesn't know where the canoe is. I'm in the canoe. I'm out of the canoe. I'm under the canoe. I'm canoe man.
you. So actually, the little display piece is in the box, and it looks like a little pod. It has a little background. It's really attractive. It's
super-
a fun gift.
super
It's-
cute.
and it actually is very functional.
LED lighting, the thing's power for days, ice cold air, all the toys.
Now the pot, is that a standard clay pot?
It is a standard
'Cause
clay
that's
pot.
what I like the best about it. I like a pot. I'll use
plant
that
man.
pot for
Like, I
tiny
It's gonna
plant.
make some little herbs there. Yeah,
I can put
sure.
some seedlings in there.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate growing herbs. That's a misconception out there that plant people like herbs and
They're
spices.
a pain.
It's a waste.
You're anti-herb.
Yeah.
right?
It's a waste. You can use it.
Yeah, but you grow too much of it.
It is too
Give
much.
it to your friends.
It is
No,
too much.
I
your
use
friend-
herbs.
No, your
it's
friends don't want it.
sparingly. It's like how, like if you have 25 trash bags full of cilantro,
Yeah,
I have
it's too
25
much.
trash bags of cilantro. It's like it's too much.
And then
Yeah.
you feel bad when it wilts, and then you stuff it in your refrigerator, and
Oh my
then you try
God.
to give it to friends, and they're like, "I don't need a
Feed your
gallon
raccoons.
of cilantro."
You know, when Maisie was going to a daycare here in town, the lady that ran the front desk would always put her herbs at the front in these little and fruits that she would grow at her house.
Yep.
She had an abundant amount of herbs and fruit that she would put in the front, and I would walk by and I would grab an apple that she grew because she had too much. It would say like take an apple, and I would grab one and I would take a bite of it, and as we were walking out, then I would throw it in the trash
It's weird
because I
yeah.
was making her feel good, but I never wanted the apple. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
taking it though to make her think I wanted it, but I didn't really want it.
It was just rot.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like apples in DeLand are like mangoes in Miami.
Yeah,
There's
true.
mangoes everywhere.
Absolutely
they just
true.
they put them out for free.
What
Anyway.
else we got here?
Well, we always have toys coming in, but I wanted to go ahead and switch gears because we're getting in all of our costuming for Halloween and for festival season, but I'm really focusing more on Halloween today.
Gotcha.
And we still have some more costuming coming in this week and next, and then we're done. Like, it's all on the floor. So you should come early. But I wanted to show you the mixed pieces parts,
Nice.
how you can kind of take one style and just make it your own. And you know, there are going to be so many Barbies out there.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, I
just
didn't
so
even think
many.
about
I'm doing
that.
Weird Barbie for one of mine.
I didn't even
you-
think
Yeah.
about that.
Ah, nice. So we do have some things like bag costumes, of course. We got the really super sexy. You know, we specialize in sexy.
That's
So
awesome.
this
Malibu
is
Beach Barbie.
Yep.
Old
This is kind of the
school
genuine.
50s, 60s style
Yep.
throwback Barbie with
Yep.
the cat eyes and
Yep, genuine doll. Remember, we do have wigs as well. But yeah, so we have like this is that really super cool
And that's the
black
right cut.
stripe, look. Yeah, real high cut.
Yeah.
So we do have those. But let's say you just want to kind of mix it up and make your own look. We have a ton of course, it's bustiers. We have, the cool pleather dresses. And this is tons of sizing. They have a nice give to it. This one's by Leg Avenue. It's really like just under $40. You can use it for multiple outfits, different. You can even go ahead and use this for festival season too.
Oh yeah.
But you can match that. We brought in this crazy great line of wigs from a company called Manic Panic.
Oh, they're into wigs now. They used to
Yeah.
just do like hair dyes.
color. Yeah. I was talking about them yesterday.
Smart.
Right.
That's smart that they went
Yeah.
into wigs.
Yep. And they're completely heat styleable, which you can't do with all wigs.
That's right. Yeah.
So tons of styles, really great wigs coming in this year. So you could customize your look with that. I just happened to bring in
you want to
more
try
of
that
a-
on, Tom?
I don't know if this thing would fit.
It has some stretch.
yeah, but it would just be. I feel like tight on my love handles.
Yeah, I like tied on my love hand. I'm conflicted because I like wearing a rash guard around the house, but I never wear it out. I just wear it around the house.
The good thing about getting your Halloween costume at Fair Villa is the likelihood, if you mix and match a bunch of
Yep.
different things, you're not gonna have the same costume as
Yeah.
other people.
No.
Which is, I feel like a downer when you go to a Halloween party and someone has the exact same costume.
God, there's 11 Chuckies here.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
oh,
like
that's wild.
So yeah, I feel this wig is just
Ooh,
so
put the wig
soft.
on. Put the wig on.
Where am I
Put the wig on,
loud? I mean,
please.
you don't want me
Yes.
to put it on, do you? Okay, I can put it on. It's lovely.
Yeah,
Hold on, I wanna do
and
this
it's kind of
right.
that unicorn coloration that's really fun. All these different pastel colors in it, and it's already got a little bit of curl in it.
This
It's a
is
long
beautiful. I want
wig.
to make sure I put this on correctly, Tom.
I didn't bring you a wig cap. Sorry.
It's fine.
you know what I always
pretty short. Wow.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
You're giving Jeffree Star
Oh yeah, I do look like Jeffree Star.
with facial hair, though.
There. That's
Yeah,
nice.
like when he was rolling with Paris more.
Yeah.
Right.
there you go.
You're giving me nightmares. I can't look at you.
Look at me. What if I was on top of you?
I can't look at
What
you.
if I was on top of
I
you?
can't look at you.
What if I were like literally straddled on top of
can't.
you like this?
You know, it's funny that I've always thought though, like wearing wigs and role play and like dressing up as different people. Like I always make jokes about
Look
it.
right
because
at me.
It's funny. I can't look at you.
Look him in his eyes.
It's funny because you're kind of admitting openly,
Yeah.
even to your partner,
I
that
look
you're
like-
trying to be a different person, which is kind of funny because the whole thing about monogamy is that you're with one person, but by dressing up and putting wigs on,
I mean, their face is still the same. Their body's still the same. They
No,
just
I
got a
know.
new
Look at my
hairstyle.
face. My
That's
face
my
is exactly
hairstyle.
the same.
no, I know. Yeah.
There's nothing different. In fact, what if I told you I feel freer right now? This is how
This
I
is your
wanna-
authentic self.
I feel this. I do like the attention. I like the attention.
I'm never gonna look at you.
You want to try it?
No, I can't put
I
that
don't
on.
want to. I don't want to.
His pomp's too big, I think.
It's very nice though. Here, I'll give it back.
So what does that wig cost, Deborah? And how long does it last? I have no idea what the shelf life
I mean,
of
if
a
you
wig
can take
is.
care
You
of
take
it.
care of it, and since it's heat styling,
Yeah, this is about $78, but these are created to last. So as long as you take care of it, like careful with your heat styling, but as long as you style it appropriately, follow the directions.
It's
It'll last
easier
for
than you
years.
think.
Get a
Yeah.
wig stand.
I'll say that like that reminds me a lot of this is a weird analogy, but it's the same sort of technology. The American Girl dolls.
Yeah.
Like Maisie has these American Girl dolls, and she's like constantly styling the hair, but she knows to take care of them, and like you brush them, just like you would, because it's high quality stuff. And when you brush them through a little bit of water, style it, and it's fine, and
Yeah.
it'll last forever.
Do you have to store it on like a styrofoam head
Nah.
to
You
keep
don't
the shape?
have
Okay.
to. I mean,
You
know,
should
if
store
it's
it
something you're
correctly.
wearing all the time, yeah, you would probably want to do something like that. I mean, just keep them clean, dry. Don't put it away damp or wet or anything like that. Just common sense.
We got a wig from
My
you
wig
guys.
is moldy. It's got little mold dots.
We got.
That would be bad.
We have, just so you guys know, like Andrea has a lot of wigs from Fair Villa that are still in play at the Dennis household. Like we have a couple of them that, I mean, we've had for as long as
Yeah,
I've known Deborah. So I don't know,
years.
20 years? So some of these are still costuming. Like I can think of it right now. It's a St. Pauli girl brown braided wig, and
yeah.
it looks brand new. So you kind of get what you pay for. You put a little bit of extra money into your wig, but you're getting something that you can style, and it's going to look
And we
more
tend to have-
realistic.
Yeah, we tend to have different price points too. So if that seems a little out of your budget, don't let that scare you. Come in and look and see what we have.
Sure.
Because we have different brands and different styles.
I don't know why, but there's nothing funnier than when your wig folds off. I don't think. I'm not sure why.
Does this happen a lot to you? I'm just wondering.
Anytime someone's wig falls off, it makes me laugh.
I do like it.
I don't know why.
I do like it. This is going to sound like maybe I'm being like ageist or something, but I do like it when an old lady's wig either slides off or her grandson steals it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the stolen wig.
It used to happen a lot more with men in the 80s, where they sneeze your wig forward.
Well,
or
that's
whatever.
like a toupee.
Yeah, toupee.
Yeah.
There's a wig, a toupee.
They
same
don't seem
thing.
as anchored, you know. It's a little bit
True.
harder to hold on.
True.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't make the good glue anymore.
Yeah. Also, goth. There's a lot of goth styling in the store too, especially for Halloween. A lot of dark witches and vampire-esque and all kinds of things. And I happened to be kind of just perusing our floor, and I saw this super cute skirt. It's red like a crushed velvet, but it has a spider kind of imprint on it. This one is from a company called Western Fashions. We love them. They really are great with steampunk and dark styling. And tons of size run in that, but you could take this.
That doesn't even look like a costume. It just looks like high quality clothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Right.
I guess
Well,
that's what they're going for.
That's exactly right. And then, we have a cool little pleather.
Ooh, pointy.
Yeah.
That's like a
For pointy boobs,
It
yeah.
reminds me of like who's the Vampirella? The red thing with the pointy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I love a good sexy vampire. I'm into that.
Well, this is a bodysuit by Leg Avenue. So it's a company that we work with all the time. You could absolutely pair something like that up, and then you start mixing things up with makeup, which, as you know, we're all about the glitter and the glam. We have some really cool face jewels this year, again by Leg Avenue. Real easy to put on. They stay on very well. Use these for Halloween. Use them for, whatever festival you might
What
be
if I
going
just
to.
started wearing those face jewels all the time?
Oh, I could get you in some face jewels.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
looks like it would be
Do
hard
they
to
just
put.
stick on?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
peel and stick?
Yep. Yeah, basically that's exactly what they are. And as long as you start with, again, clean, dry face, no oils or anything on there, and they will stay on
You can't
very
do it.
well.
You're growing your goatee.
Uh-oh, yeah. The facial hair
Don't
could
bring
be
it
a
up.
go.
He's growing a goatee. This guy.
No, I have a gambling problem.
Yeah, he thinks he's Steven Seagal. He's taking jujitsu.
Let's talk about goth for a second. I find it really funny when a person that is normally like 100% goth, like that's how they dress when they go out.
Has to go to the
whatever.
beach.
No, well,
Yeah.
but similar to that
I like goth on a cruise.
It-
I love goth on a cruise.
is just lounging at home.
Yeah.
I was at an apartment complex yesterday at the
Okay.
playground.
What are you doing? Getting drugs again? This
No,
guy's,
no,
he
no.
got-
My son, my
I
sons,
told him.
they wanted to go to Wawa for dessert, so we rode
Wait,
our bike.
no, back it up.
Trashy
more.
family.
My boys wanted to go to Wawa for dessert, which, what do you get at Wawa for dessert?
I mean, they have ice cream there. They wanted to ride their bikes. So we
Y'all are white trash.
Hey, look at them goths. Let's ride our bikes to get some ice cream at Wawa. You are trash family.
And then we get our dessert, and then we eat it out of the picnic tables with
Where the homeless
The
people
bums?
are.
with what seems like where the most successful homeless people have their business meetings. It's the bitches at Wawa.
It is. They call it the boardroom.
That's right.
And then we sit there.
Casselberry boardroom.
And then we all eat our ice cream, and then we leave there. And the boys are like, "Let's stop by the playground in the apartment complex
That we don't
in
live at.
Casselberry."
Yeah. You
So
guys are the worst family.
Hey, let's go look for used condoms at the park.
Ugh.
So we stop by there.
What are you doing, man?
And then
Are
we'll
you pulling them in the wagon still?
No,
Okay.
we're riding bikes now.
All
But
right.
then I saw a man walk to go get his mail, and it was apparent
It was
that
a goth man.
he lives his life goth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was like in his like comfortable housewear, which was like long and one shorts.
Were they
And,
black, though?
No, they weren't, because it's hard to find goth comfort housewear.
Yeah.
I would think.
So
Maybe we should-
they revert back to everybody's housewear, which is just like athletic basketball shorts and a t-shirt. But I was like, oh, you normally look
You
like
have more
because-
buckles.
Yeah,
normally.
because I think he still had an eyeshadow on, and he
Yeah,
like totally blonde or bald head and like a white.
Well, that could have been anybody, really. I mean, around here it could be a wrestler, it could be a DJ, it could be a Universal or Disney actor.
Not in the apartment complex. I was.
Understood.
Interesting. I really.
Sorry.
I just kind of want to be a fly on the wall for that walk. And did you have ice cream? Was that the dessert? No.
Yeah, we're going to get the ice cream at the Wawa.
Yeah, all right. And, of course, you can marry that up, like I said, with glitter, but we also have some really cool hats, goggles. I brought this really beautiful red, black hat that it could be steampunked. It could be very gothic. It can be vampire, anything. This is a more feminine style, but we have tons of cool hats. We have crowns. Just, let us help you customize a look that makes you feel great.
It's like the stuff that's like super unique that you're not going to really find online. A lot of these things are made by, again, I know we say this, but people that you guys have been working with for a very long time. It's kind of like the leather masks you guys have had.
Yep.
Like they always have like
that looks like a New Orleans voodoo hat.
Right. That's exactly right.
You want to try that?
We can definitely make you a voodoo priest or priestess.
I think this should be your new business hat. I feel like every business meeting, I feel like that's your new business.
Looks confident,
yeah,
right?
if you show up in that and you're like, okay, this.
Let me pitch you my business idea.
You know what that says? That says I am a successful podcaster.
Will it intimidate my?
Oh yes, it's already intimidating me.
Spending money.
I'm intimidated right now.
Yes, but you can look him in the eye.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And because I'm thinking of you guys, we have some really great men's stuff this year.
Is that a utility kilt?
It is. This is one that we went out, and it's kind of it has a little more of a goth feel, not as much as in the utility. Like it doesn't have all the pockets, but we do carry some of those as well.
Like a lighter
we got
one.
some plaid.
Jonathan Davisy.
We have.
I like kilts.
This one. Yeah. So this one's super cool.
I've always wanted to wear one of these, but I know you guys would like literally just annihilate me.
So
because I'm too little.
Oh.
I'm too little for
Get
kilts.
a shorter one.
You
They
can
don't
have
make they don't make shorty kilts.
Get it all
altered.
Get
Get it altered.
That's like it's gonna touch the top of your feet.
Yeah, exactly. If I wear this, I'm it's like a ballroom
like a
gown.
Pentecostal
Here,
woman.
look at that. Would you wear that? Yeah, I think you'd look quite fetching in one, Tom.
So that's cool. It has the rough edge on it, and you can make it steampunk, goth, whatever you'd like to do.
You could make a Braveheart. You could do.
Yep.
What are you looking in
And
there
we
for?
do,
What are you, pervert?
We do have.
What are you
What are you
looking
doing?
for?
What's under your
I was
kilt?
thinking if it had like shorts
No,
inside.
of course
like,
it doesn't.
Is
What
it
are
a
you-
skirt?
What are you, baby? Like, no, of
no.
course it doesn't. You know the old lingo, the Scottish, they would let it,
You gotta let it go.
Yeah, they let it hang down there.
Well, I mean,
Free
I
will.
don't know if this, it's 2023, utility kilt for fashion. Not
Oh,
like
you think
a
they put a
traditional-
liner in it?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they put like instructions on like, hey, cut the liner out if it starts messing with your,
stuff.
if you're like Dan and you get a prostatitis flare up, cut the liner out so you don't squeeze your boys.
But we do have them in plaid, and we have a more like a leather look too. So there are different styles. You can really have a lot of fun with that and be comfortable too.
You see them a lot at festival wear. Whoa!
And I brought this because I thought this would look so great with a black kilt. It is a vest. It's kind of like this brocade looking vest.
Business
that
vest.
is freaking great for steampunk or vampire, or if you just want to feel good.
Yeah,
Throw a
I'd go with
black
my
shirt
voodoo
on.
hat.
Yeah, this
Right with your voodoo hat.
No, this is your business vest. You put this on no shirt.
That
No,
no
of course
shirt.
not.
No shirt and wide open.
Yeah.
You run this thing wide open.
You
so
might
I
need
get,
some jewelry.
and you're gonna have to grow out your. I know you bick it, but you have to grow out your happy trail to your pubes. You grow your happy trail to your pubes, and you wear this wide open with your steampunk business hat.
I can see you in
This
it.
is very. This is like
That's a significant garment.
Yeah, this is a thick boy. Like, feel how well made that is.
Oh, wow.
That's a forever garment.
It is. It's like when you touch it, you're like, I need an excuse to wear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a lot of fun.
It's badass.
carpet.
Dude. Yeah, it's thick. It's,
carpet.
like embroidered. The buttons are significant and heavy and metal. That
Yeah.
thing's cool.
I wear
Yeah.
that and the kilt and
Yeah.
my voodoo hat.
How do you, like, I think I'd
And
maybe
so
have
hot.
too, I'd have too much
So hot.
confidence, though. I think I'd have too much confidence. I'd walk into the meeting and I'd be like, you clients aren't good enough for us.
If I wore that to no effects, Fat Mike's bring me on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he likes to wear.
He does. He'd be like, hey, it's me.
But if he didn't bring me on stage, I'll feel very sad.
Sweaty.
Well, I think we're going to do a Friday night happy hour at the Mega Store for Friday the 13th. Just a little happy hour with some maybe a like a 13% discount on costuming for the evening.
Nice. All right.
So, but just so many cool things in place right now for bag. We do have some bag costumes, but you know how I feel about that. That's great foundation, but let us really make it personal to you, and that's kind of what our team does. So gotta come see it.
And these costumes will last forever too. So like, you know, if you put them in your closet, I know like Tiffany still has Fairvilla costumes and stuff like that.
Bring it up every time. It's a little weird.
I was gonna bring it up this time and help him out, but I was gonna say I believe she wore one this past weekend because she rolled out Monday Night Football at her bar, and I'm pretty sure she wore a sexy referee costume that I've seen before. You know, I'd be you guys,
good quality.
Yeah, it's awesome quality. And again, though, if you've been itching for that like excuse to get by, meet with the staff and actually have them help you, because that's really where I think Fairvilla hits the home runs is on the personal experience and the staff that you get. You know, anybody can go to the computer and you can order anything, but you're gonna get probably some bad stuff. I'd rather talk to a human, you know, get what you really want, touch it, feel it.
And you get to try it on. And, you know, there are some costuming places out there that don't always let you try things on.
Right.
And, you know, even if it's in a bag, we'll pull it out for you. We'll make sure that it fits you well and that you're happy when you walk out of there. We want you to, you know, be happy with how you look. And just on the other side of I know we're going into October, but we're also going to do kind of a breast cancer awareness kickoff in Sanford.
Nice.
And I'll send you guys some information on that. But it's going to be a little ladies' night. So we'd love for all the listeners that would like to come out and kind of support that effort to do that. So that's going to be early in October.
Nice.
Perfect.
Maybe we can find out the date, and if we already don't have somebody booked, maybe we could give away to one of our side chicks a night in the Air T&D, and they could do the event and then just, you know, hey, scoot over to the Air T&D and enjoy it on us. I don't know, just a little. I don't know. I'm talking out loud.
I'm glad you brought up the Air T&D because we need it booked for September because someone screwed us. They booked it for the entire month, and then a day before they canceled it.
Oh, no.
And then so now we're struggling to we're gonna lose our ass in September. My
September's
God!
been
Looking
bad.
at
It's
the
real
thing,
bad.
It's halfway done.
Yeah, do you see how quickly he took off the steam punk hat? He's like, I can't afford that.
I gotta. Hey, there's Fairvilla games in that.
Who books for a month on an Airbnb and then cancels a month? Like, you're screwing the person. You know, like people booked this and they did it like months ago.
Wow.
And anyway, I think it was the government and some jury.
The government.
We think it was the government.
No, I think it's like the local court book stays for juries. Maybe, I don't know.
I think it was something like that. They were booking somebody that was coming to town.
Or corporate or something, you know. I don't think it was a person who books a month. Anyway, sorry, Deborah. Multiple Fairville locations. OBT's the Megastore, the brand new Sanford location, Secrets Hideaway and Kissimmee location on I Drive, over on the coast, and of course, Key West. So, Deborah, thanks so much. I almost called you Fairville.
Fairville Deb.
Yeah, you can call me that.
Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. And guys, we'll take a quick break and be right back. Awesome. Oh, we didn't have a cancellation fee, guys. That's why. They're asking.
Well, there's no cancellation fees up like the 48 hours before.
Yeah, we don't have that.
That's such a.
I guess you could
That's
go
the
in there and
standard.
adjust it, but yeah, that is the standard.
Well, we never had this problem, so it's kind of like just a random anomaly.
Where's this go, Sam?
Tuesday 3,
Tuesday 3. Thank you.
which is the 19th.
And do we have any? We don't.
That's the first thing.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, good luck with Halloween. It's going to be awesome.
I know. I'm really quite pleased. It's going
to be rad.
Be nice if we had everything in as of today, but we just had an order delay. 2 orders get delayed, but they are on the way, and we'll have them in place by next week. So, you know, it's all good. I just came back from Key West.
How is it?
Full. Very full.
Really?
Yeah.
Are people partying down there?
Well, I mean, our store is full. Key West proper is, you know,
right.
it's.
I haven't been there in years.
There's a cruise ship in port. When I was there.
Did they put the flags at half-mast when old Jimmy Buffett died?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there was a big impromptu parade.
Yeah, I figured they would do something huge.
We had all of, I forgot my makeup stuff. We had all of our lays and luau stuff out because there's a luau party for Fantasy Fest. And when this happened, and then there's these impromptu parades, people just came in and bought out all of our
That's
legs
good.
and stuff. And it was like, well, okay. It was just nice to see. Everybody was super cool and supportive, and yeah. One of our employees used to live across the street from one of the local bars there, and he said he knew the guy that owned the bar, and he was like, I was at home, I had the windows open, I'm like, man, whoever's doing that cover is like killing it, that Jimmy Buffett cover. And he went downstairs and he looked across the street. It was actually Jimmy Buffett.
Really?
So his
Oh,
friend
wow.
who knows him got him in, and he got to sit right in front of the stage in this little dive bar in Key West and watch him.
No
When
shit.
was
That's
that?
cool.
It was several years ago now, but you know.
Yeah, because he started pulling back. We didn't even notice it, but he started pulling back from doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because I started deep diving it, because I'm not a huge fan, but I admire him, and I was reading all about it, and he had secretly kind of done the the Johnny Carson, where he pivoted out, like didn't say much about it. He would occasionally pop up on stage somewhere, just enough for you to know he was still around.
Yeah, that's.
Then I went back, and me and Maisie were listening to it over the past weekend, and we were having fun. Her favorite food right now is obviously a hamburger, so Cheeseburger in Paradise is now on her playlist because of that. And I'm like, that's funny. Oh, Jimmy B. EJ went down to Margaritaville and had a burger in his honor,
To the Margaritaville
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, they said it was slammed.
I'm sure. There was a method to my madness.
I thought you did really well. I was looking at you pack that. I'm like, holy crap. Nice job. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Good to see you. I'll send over some flyers. About
Yeah,
what we have
please do.
coming up, because we're going to pack a lot into the month of October.
And about the Sanford event, let us know. And if there's
Yeah.
any takeaways from that, I can even print something and put it in the air T&D. It'd be kind of cool.
Okay, I think
you know.
it's the 5th. It's
The
a
5th?
Thursday, is that look right?
October.
Yeah.
That's a Thursday. Yep.
Yep, that's the day.
All right.
So yeah, I'll send something
Good to know.
you in the next few days.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks so much.
See ya.
Be good. Have a good weekend. All right, we got that done. Keep that. I don't think Margaritaville is in the same place as Splendid China. I don't think so. I thought Splendid China was closer to Old Town.
I don't know where the hell Splendid China
I
was.
thought
Except Four
Splendid-
Corners in Kissimmee, wherever that is.
I could be wrong, but I always thought it was near Boardwalk and Baseball,
I don't know
which
what that is
what
either.
used to be Circus World.
I don't know what that is either.
When I was a little kid, Circus World was where you wanted to go, and then I never got a chance to go. And then Circus
There is
World
the
became...
Margaritaville restaurant at City Walk.
Oh, no. They're saying Margaritaville Resort.
Resort,
Sorry.
yeah, okay.
I apologize, y'all. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, Fashino nailed it. Thank you.
All right, now we'll do Friday 1.
You got something you want to do, or do you want to... I did all new voicemails this morning. if
Okay,
you wanna
yeah,
do
we
those.
yeah, I can tell you a little bit about more me going to that park because something else
Yeah,
funny
okay.
happened.
Sure, that was
I
funny.
just thought of-
All right, here we go. In 3, 2...
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. We do that just about every single day we broadcast. And you can find us, if you're on Twitch, it's Tom and Dan Live. And if you're on YouTube, just search Tom and Dan Live.
Real quick, Hollerbachs kicks off their Oktoberfest September 16th. They'll be in a little later to talk about it. But that and we have announced our Tom and Dan Cruise
Yes.
2024.
Tom and Dan Cruise 2024.com. If you want to get the details, there's a video on there that really, truly breaks down almost every question you could have.
Yep. So if you have any questions, send us an email or ask Ahoy Cruises, Tony and Deb.
Yeah, man.
So earlier I was telling you about taking our bikes up to Wawa for dessert after
I like that you
dinner.
guys
Are
do
you
these-
also on a bike?
I'm gonna buy. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
training. Remember, he's training because he wants to do... I'm not laughing. You're laughing.
Well,
I'm not laughing. You're training your taint to ride a bike because remember he wants to do the sprint marathon.
The triathlon.
Or triathlon,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Sprint triathlon. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah. Well,
I'll get
speaking of that, the bike that I was riding is like my beach cruiser that
That's
we
not
had
going to
for
help
years.
you.
No,
That's
I
not
know.
going to help your taint.
The
You
other
got a basket on that?
I believe there's a basket.
I like a basket. I'm pro basket. I
Um,
don't have one on my bike, but I would if I could. I have a light on mine.
So after we go back, the boys, there's two parks. There's one, the public park, and then
Do you give them like names, like inappropriate names?
well, there's the apartment park,
Yeah.
and then
Poor People Park.
yeah. There's the public Kiwani Park.
Okay, Kiwani Park.
So then the boys wanted
Wait,
to go.
is Kiwani Park the one that you drugged me for one of those birthday parties that we stood in the sun and nobody drank the
That's a different one.
margaritas?
Yeah, that's a different one.
Okay.
That's the fancy Winter Park.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Winter Park.
so we go. The boys decided they wanted to go back to the apartment park, which we haven't been to in years since I used to drag them in the wagon. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we want to
'cause
go
it's
back to
tiny.
the memory park.
And so we're like, let's go back there. So we went there, and then the boys were like,
Did they specify why they wanted to go back to that one if it was smaller?
They just said they
Better
wanted
things
to
to
see
play
it.
on?
No,
Oh.
it's way worse. It's a tiny
Okay.
little playground.
Hole in the ground. Is
and-
this a whole family or just you and the boys?
And Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah. Me,
Gotcha.
Crystal, and the boys. So we
Gotcha.
ride our bikes over there.
I like that you guys are doing this. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. You do a family bike ride.
And then, so the boys me and Crystal are sitting on the bench, and then the boys are
Are you
playing
holding
on the park.
hands?
No holding hands. We're
You should
looking at
hold-
our phones.
you should hold hands.
Not talking.
No, you should hold hands with her.
No.
Like
we
old
don't
people
hold
do.
You
hands.
can't,
sit on
you
a
can't
bench.
scroll as fast without two
We're
hands.
both not talking to each other, looking at our phones, like Americans.
Yeah. Like real American patriots.
So we're sitting there, and then a little girl runs out
Uh-oh.
from the apartment complex, and she's
He's
by
got my
herself,
gun!
and she's starts playing on the playground too, right? And so then this
Where you're
little-
like, come on, boys, let's go.
no, and so the
You don't feel weird about not being a resident there and just like crash in the park?
well, no one else is there, and
Okay.
every time I go there, no one's there. And so
right.
I always
So
feel
this this is an
and-
outlier. This little girl using the park.
And I live in like a block away.
That's-
so
doesn't matter.
It's
I-
in your jurisdiction. You
I
feel like,
feel
yeah,
like
Officer
techni-
Tom.
I feel if you took a poll from
Yeah.
all the people inside the apartment complex and said like, do you care if this guy
Yeah.
and his
Do you
kids played your
care
park?
if Officer Tom uses your
I'm
park?
sure they don't.
They-
I was just asking you personally because a lot of times you care about what other people think. So I was just wondering if that was in the back of your head, like,
Well,
I would have.
if someone would come confront you, like,
Like,
do you live here? Because people go to community pools of communities they don't
Yeah.
belong to, and people harass
That
them
is a
about
little
it.
different, though. I put it one rung higher,
Okay.
but I will say that I'm answering you honestly. I've never considered like any apartment complex or any like area around Baldwin that if they have a park connected to their thing. I've never looked at it like it's fair game for me. I'm not necessarily antiing it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I would never think to use it.
Same, yeah.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
do want to use the community pools, though.
I do, all of them.
in my scales of justice,
Yes.
you can always go down, never go up. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I can't
always
come,
punch down, never punch
I
up.
can't come to the Baldwin Park playground or pool because then
fancy.
they'll
Yeah.
look out their windows
They'll
and
sniff
see
you
I don't
out,
belong.
yeah.
you
Okay,
know?
so if I'm fancy,
but I belong
if
at the
I'm-
Casselberry Apartment
So if
Complex.
I'm fancy-
That
You
makes
look
sense.
like you live there, yeah.
But
Right.
everybody's like, oh, this guy is right across the
So
street.
if
He lives there
I'm
for sure.
fancier than the park in question, I can use it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, all right. We got the ground rules down.
So anyway, I'm sitting there, and then this girl she obviously wants to.
How old are you?
5. Right, and this is important into the story, right? And this 5-year-old, she's playing on the playground or whatever, and then so Tommy,
daddy didn't buy me a car seat.
she is this girl. I could tell just from watching far away. She's tough, right? Real tough, and she is not afraid to like tell Tommy basically
dog.
bully him around. And Tommy is susceptible to that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not bully him around, but just like do whatever she says. Like, she's like, "Get over here!"
Wait, that's what you do.
And I'm watching this. I'm like, "Oh, you have no chance."
Yeah, I'm like, get on your phone, boy.
And so then she's really nice, and then I find out that she's from Turkey and she speaks Turkish. And so she started
cool.
she started teaching us. She's like, "You want to know Turkish?" And then she started teaching us
a
hello and
cute, smart little girl.
and then
a little terrifying for me. A 5-year-old is just talking to strangers, but
That-
hey,
Oh,
that's
man.
just because I'm paranoid.
This-
right?
Yeah, but Sam, around here, I get the same way. Around here, kids just
because
they just
you
run
guys are
wild.
fine, right? I know you're not going to kidnap this little
Oh, yeah.
girl, but there are people out
Listen-
there
Oh,
that
yeah.
would.
Not a
and if
Turkish-
she's this friendly with
Not a-
strangers,
no one's kidnapping her.
Turkish-
She's tougher than
Yeah.
I'm not. So
Turkish 5-year-old, way tough.
So this girl is so tough. Like, not only is
she's
like,
still a 5-year-old girl.
Yeah,
So.
no, I know.
Right.
I
She didn't choose that toughness.
I
It
watched
just
her
gets-
fall on her head.
Yeah.
And then she shook it off. Like, not even. Like, she fell like a running
shouldn't
back.
laugh at that.
Like Bijan
Like Damar
Robinson.
Hamlin collapsed.
And then she fall. I'm like, oh! And then she just gets back up, starts running
Yeah,
around.
she's fine.
Barefoot, and then at one point, like, she's standing in an ant pile. Ants are
Yeah.
crawling at her feet.
Get Tommy away from there.
And then I'm like,
God, I didn't even think of that.
I don't-
Neither did he.
I know.
doesn't even bother her. And then I'm like, this girl is tough. And I'm like, how did she be like to get so tough?
Yeah.
And I imagine it's partly the reason she's out there alone. No, there's no parents around, so she's
Yeah.
probably just used to
It's
fending
a
for
different
herself.
experience. Yeah.
And then, I don't know if she.
Some say tough, some say neglected.
She was. I don't know if she was born in Turkey because she spoke broken English.
Yeah.
Or
Did
if
she have
her
an
parents
accent?
were born, just came here. Or
Yeah.
whatever. She had she's speaking broken English, which I first thought was Spanish broken English, but I was like, it was like something weird about it. And then
Right,
she started
right.
telling us and teaching us Turkish. Anyway,
That's cool.
And I was just like, I was like, man. And then I started telling my sons, like, you see how tough that girl was? Tougher than all of us. We gotta get better. Anyway, that was
Being tough, yeah. It's there's a little girl that is a friend of May's who's from Portugal, and she's been teaching Maisie Portuguese, which I'm like, that is too hard of a language, my Jesus.
Oh,
It's so difficult.
And-
I can't even do standard Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Portuguese is a whole different animal.
Yeah. If you know Spanish, it helps you a little bit
little
with
bit.
Portuguese, but it's not. There's not much crossover.
Yeah, it really is something that I flog myself at least weekly or monthly about not knowing another language or being really proficient
The
with
library has a lot of classes where you could learn.
it. I'm too good old.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brain's
Wait,
too
you
old.
said you were going to stop saying that.
I'm too,
Yeah,
oh, you're
but
right.
no,
You're right.
to
Thank
learn
you,
language,
Thank you for calling me on that, but I just don't think I can do it.
Give
Now,
it a shot.
Andrea's teaching herself German and Spanish. Andrea, though, she's
Should learn some Japanese if you're going to go over there, right?
fresher brain. I need to know how to. I guess I got to learn. But Japanese too hard.
Just learn some common sayings, phrases, words.
I always look at it like all this work to what end? Like, do I know a
What
little
work
bit?
have you done? What are you talking about? All this work?
No, I'm saying to learn a language, like
Right,
to
right.
learn Japanese. Like,
Oh
what am
my
I
God.
doing this
Well,
for?
if you're going to visit, right?
Yeah, but even like you're gonna go visit Japan one time, you're
Yeah.
gonna learn
I mean, you should-
Japanese.
I'm not saying the entire
Like
language.
some phrases.
obviously.
I'm with you. Yeah, you should learn some phrases. You should try it. You did that when you went to France. You tried.
You learn
Because
learn
you said
hello,
it
goodbye,
matters.
thank you.
It matters to them, and I think it's a form of respect.
Spanish would be definitely beneficial here in Florida.
I wish I knew Spanish. I kick
Me
myself
too.
all the time.
I took 2 years in high school. I know some, but not a lot.
Unless you speak it every day, you're not learning it, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is like,
Yeah, but you could utilize it. That'll help you in business, right? To be bilingual.
Not really.
Okay.
I've never experienced an opportunity in business that I thought to myself, if I knew Spanish, this would help anything. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
We don't-
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah,
like,
no, we don't.
I-
We haven't had an opportunity where I
If-
think it would have helped. I mean, maybe if we did broadcast in Spanish, okay, then that would open up. Like if we did like a show, like that would be cool.
You're missing out on a demographic.
You know who does it,
that
and
is
he does it
impossible.
awesomely, but he hasn't. He does it amazingly, but he hasn't because it's not what he does. Is Tom Segura has done that, where he does like a Spanish broadcast because he's like proficient in it.
Yeah,
Could
they're
help you
fluent.
communicate with
It's
some of
so-
your kids' parents. that
It's
don't speak
impressive to
English.
me when I see it. It's so impressive to me. One of Maisie's friends, her
Yeah.
dad is like an international, he's a programmer, but he's like, he worked his way up to the point where he's an executive programmer, right? But he's going to all these other countries, but he knows like Chinese, he knows Japanese, he knows he's proficient in Spanish, he knows Portuguese, like French. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
And I just like I don't think I'm that guy.
Their brain works differently.
Yeah.
They're geniuses.
Yeah,
or
they're
something.
genius. They're geniuses.
There's something clicks more than the rest of us. Where at this point in time, for us to learn a different language and be like
would we
fluent
all
in
choose
it,
Spanish? Would we all if we could
I'd
like to do ASL.
I'd bet a lot of
that's
money.
Good. That's a good
Like
one.
I legitimately am thinking about signing up for class because I really want to learn.
Do they? They probably do
What,
have
the
that.
Spanish?
ASL.
No, American Sign Language.
Oh. Well, that's another thing where it's like
That's a good one too.
a lot of work for what's the benefit? Talking to someone in sign language?
Yeah.
Or just
is
like
that, I mean, how often can you use it?
I know what you're saying, but also it'd be like, I guess there is the only other argument I can think of is just like stimulating your brain. You know, it's like you are actively pursuing knowledge, so just the act of doing that isn't gonna allow you to die early. You know, it's like you're keeping your brain.
Yeah, you're doing something hard
I
and
guess,
learning something hard.
You know,
yeah.
I know Josh Wolf is sort of big on that, where he's like lately his podcast, he's been kind of approaching that from the standpoint of like you got to move it. You know, it's no different than exercise. You got to do like brain exercises.
No,
you know?
yeah. And then it's you got to use it every day. That's the thing with language. All my friends that speak Spanish and English, right? Which, by the way,
they use it daily.
They use it daily.
Yeah.
You know, they speak to the kids in Spanish, or I mean, they all live in Miami, so they have the opportunity to use it daily.
That is why they're trying to get the repetition with like an app like Duolingo. That I know Maisie does it sporadically because she wants to be like her mom, right? Andrea does do it nightly, every single night. So I guess I could make the argument that she is practicing it daily. Like I haven't seen my wife ever skip it. It's got stupid noises that play when you finish it goes like gung, 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 and I always hear it right before I'm going to bed. I'm like, there she is, getting smart.
Do you think she'll get to the point
No.
where she could have a full conversation with
It's
one
a
of my
waste of time.
friends?
I think it's a waste of time. But I don't tell her that, right? Because
You should. Sometimes
you have taught me to pick my battles. I'm trying to get better at just being reactionary because I do hear the gung, and I'm laying there with my sleep mask on. I'm like, just stop doing that. It's stupid. But you've taught me that maybe that's not the best thing to say to your wife.
Yeah.
You said take a beat.
Yeah, but now I'm back to just
Okay.
telling people.
Shame them.
Yeah. Then everybody hates you. That's what I've learned.
It's like my wife every night, and I don't know if you guys have a nightly routine. I would imagine Sam does. I would imagine her hubby does. I know you don't.
No.
And I float in between. But my wife, every night, she shower, pajamas, iPad, Duolingo, news, and then reads like 4 to 6 chapters in some stupid book.
Yeah. That's
And it's every night. And it never wavers. On a trip, she does it. And on a plane, she does it. Hotel room, doing it.
Yeah.
She always does it.
Yeah. That's what successful people do.
I think
they
so.
go and do routines every, like Rob Dyrdek. Look at his routine, or any of these people that promote extreme discipline and doing the same thing every single day and scheduling your life out every single minute. That's a different type of human, Like I literally can't do it.
But I don't see it, like I don't see her using it. I don't see her speaking it. I mean, no offense. I don't think she's in the chat room anymore. But I don't see it. To me, you're only doing it because you're just doing it.
It's part of the routine.
Right.
So it's the religion.
Yeah.
It's the religion of her routine.
Yeah, it doesn't need to. I mean, you're getting something out of it. Obviously you are, or you wouldn't do it. Now, she cranks through books because of the routine, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of a time when she doesn't read. And then I wonder to myself, I'm like, well, should I read more? I should.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody should. It
fall
would be better. Yeah. For me, I couldn't even figure out a time to sit down and read a book. It's all chaos. There's no. I've never had a.
Well, you sit down and look at your gambling books. Look at some different books.
Yeah, well, that's fun to me and
that is just
interesting.
fun.
And there's money in the line, and my heart rate goes up.
What if you got paid for reading actual books, literary books?
Different. I need it to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
Like I need
This guy gets it.
I need you to tell me if you read this book, you may or may not get paid based on some sort of challenge. Or I don't know. Like it would have to be it'd have to be presented to me as a gambling
Like
type
a challenge
of thing.
yeah,
But then even then, it's too much work.
Yeah, like I like to read. I've always liked reading, but I would never categorize myself as a reader, right?
Yeah.
But Maisie, and I know you love these, Maisie is. Like, she comes home from school. She used to do aftercare. She doesn't do that anymore. She comes home from school. She goes straight upstairs. She gets a book, and then she'll knock out like 4 chapters in some book.
Wow.
Because she enjoys it. In fact, to the
Yeah.
point where I'll come home and I'll turn on like Madden, and then she'll be like, "Can you turn that down? You're interrupting my reading." Like, she'll be like, "Yeah, knock it off over there," you know, like.
I don't know if anybody else listening to this can, comprehend or like, what is it called? When you feel the same as someone else.
Empathize.
Not empathize, but
Relate.
relate.
There
That's
you
a
go.
word.
Maybe if you read a book, you might come up with that word.
I don't, because my sons, as soon as they get home, all they want to do is play video games, and then it's a fight the whole time. And
it's weird,
they
dude.
want to play video. No, like we
It's
have to
weird.
force them to read at night. And
It's a baby Andrea.
yeah.
Yeah, she just likes reading.
Yeah. You're born.
I didn't do that.
With genetics.
I don't tell her to do it. In fact, she tells me to turn off my GD video games. She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Turn that down. That's loud."
Yeah. My sons can't even, if the TV is on or some screen is on, they can't do anything else except for wonder what is on. Like,
what's on
if
that
they
beautiful
hear,
screen?
Yeah, they just like what, like if one of them finishes homework before the other, and
hear
they
an
start
iPad.
playing, they hear it and they're drawn there. It's like, they're addicted to it.
Do your guys use headphones at all?
We bought them headphones. They never use
They
it 'cause
never
they
use
lost
them. I don't know why they don't use them. Like, Maisie don't use her headphones. I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Put your headphones on."
Yeah. No, they
Don't like to use it.
everything's broken. Everything's dead. So they don't take care of anything.
You want to do a couple of voicemails as we near the end of the segment, my friend?
Yeah.
Let's try this one right here. Now, if you'd listened to our show, I think this was this week, or no, this would have been last week. We had a gentleman that called in. He talked about the John Morgan billboards that seemingly have been defaced. We were judging him. We were judging, we're trying to figure out if this guy actually believes that John Morgan's billboards were defaced, or if he's actually in on it. So here's a follow-up and a lovely follow-up email or voicemail.
Hey guys, I called in before talking goof billboards. Tom, you thought I was trolling. Dan, you thought I was just a sweet boy, unaware of the world around me.
Yes.
And the chat room thought I had the IQ equivalent to a pet rock. But Tom's mentioned before how, big businesses like Coca-Cola will spend a ton of money on a Super Bowl commercial. And it's like, who's this for? We all know who Coca-Cola is. And in the same context, I understand this billboard was designed this way on purpose. But my question is, who is this for? And do you think it actually gains him more clients? I know you guys dabbled in the goof billboard game before, so I was just curious what your thoughts on it were. I didn't know I was going to come across sounding so dumb. And like a prepubescent boy on top of that, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
You explained your question better this time.
Yeah, you did a better job
I think
this
the
time.
first time it sounded like you genuinely did not
Yeah.
know if they were real or not.
And you were brave for calling back and leaving a second message. Very brave.
Well, did he admit that he did know, or is he saying he knew?
No, he's saying he knew.
He's saying he knew. He's saying what? Like, who is it for?
Yeah, he's saying who
Okay.
is it for? And I would imagine who is it for could be for a bunch of different people, right? I guess you could make an argument. It's for us.
It could catch somebody's eye and
It's
be like,
just
oh,
attention.
he's
What's
doing
for
it
us,
again.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it
Multiple
so
times,
You can
yeah.
make an argument that it's
It
for
worked,
us, and
yeah.
it worked, right?
Yeah.
So
It's-
there's your answer.
It's for
It's for the conversation of, do people think this is real? Is
Right.
this real?
It's for the people.
Yeah. Genius.
Oh my God! Anyway, but it's for the conversation of the people thinking it's real,
Yeah.
and then the other people telling them they're dumb
Look,
for thinking it's real.
I would
And
also-
they're just talking about it, and that's
Right.
all that advertising is.
Just to talk about it, yeah.
Especially for certain companies, all they want is brand awareness and just for you to be top of mind or to catch some sort of attention or for you to look at
And
it.
I bet you,
know.
these billboards, what you probably don't understand is he has so much money to spend all across, I believe it's mostly the Southeast.
Now
with-
it's the entire country.
Yeah, well, or North America now with these billboards, but this buy was probably a year ago, right? That's how old
yeah,
these
yeah.
boards. Like these boards have been in play. He has to do it. He's gonna budget this. He already bought this like a year ago. They are already planned, already with the fake graffiti, already printed that way. Just because he has to spend it.
Yeah, and by the way, I believe next year we're going to see a lot of the lawyer advertising leave Florida because of the tort reform laws that were passed in Florida limiting or capping out personal injury lawsuits and things. You can look it up for yourself because it's real complicated, but it's going to draw. We're probably not going to see as much as we saw before.
Time will tell. We're super smart. No big deal.
no. I've heard from the inside that a lot of lawyer advertising money is going to move out of Florida.
Do we want to continue and power through, or are we taking a break here?
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.
Awesome.
Yeah, they should be here any
Where's
second.
that go?
Friday 1.
Thank you so much. Everything is working way faster in here today, so that is good.
You said it, now it's going to slow down. You jinxed it.
Well, after like Monday with your computer popping out crazy and then the internet freaking out yesterday. Was that a 1?
Yes.
You excited for your trip?
Yeah.
Be fun. The weather's going to be pretty good.
I think so. I think we're going to look out.
That's awesome. I'm going to work on the scooter this weekend, hopefully. I thought about it in the middle of the night. You ever like wake up and you're like, I've figured it out.
All the time.
I woke up and I go, oh my God, don't run the cable. I'm just going to talk this out on the feed. Don't run the brake cable to it from the back brake. Disconnect it from the back brake. Connect it where the pedal is. Then reconnect it in the entire system. I think that's what I'm going to do. I wrote it all down too. Like I have a little piece of paper in my bed, and it's scribbled on there. It looks like literally like a murderer wrote, like, have to kill the family. Like it looks crazy. But yeah, I freaked out. I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna disconnect the hydraulic brake on the rear hub. I'm gonna connect it on the pedal where the antique is, where I had to drill out the bolt. I'm gonna make sure that's tight and pull on it. Then I'm gonna reconnect the wire back to the hydraulic brake. Then make sure it works. That should be the way it works. Because right now I'm having to feed the cable through the entire body, and I don't have to do that if I just connect it at the source and then run it back to the hydraulic brake. I made the mistake of wearing this hat to Smokin' Donuts, and it made me very uncomfortable. I don't like wearing other places' food.
Who cares?
Well, it's in a different state, but this is my favorite barbecue place right here, Fox Brothers. So good. So good.
So good. So good.
I guess I got to figure out what we're going to do for our Christmas party entertainment. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we'll have to brainstorm that.
Was replacing the door handle in my Tahoe yesterday, pulling out of the garage, and the effing quick release rope caught on the roof racks and released the door. Damn thing fell on my windshield. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
J-Cord, I'm sorry, buddy. The garage was going down on my car, on the Tesla, and it's got a glass roof. And I looked, and the little, the thing in the garage that, like, the light beam?
Mm-hmm.
It was like not on. It was like pointing up, like, so it wasn't going to stop. And I ran out there and I just tapped it, because if you tap it, it'll go back up. My God.
I don't think mine does that.
Yeah, you got to make sure the light beamer's connected, or it'll literally just chop you in half. It won't hurt you, but I mean, I guess I can't say that. Maybe it would hurt you. I don't think it would, but I think
I have an irrational fear of getting my head chopped off by a garage door.
I had a cat in a friend of Trinity United Methodist Church. When I was going there, I will never forget this day. I remember they left Sunday school and church early, and they went home because the neighbor had called them at the church to tell them that as they were leaving and put their garage door down, they had an old cat, and it was just laying in between.
So they killed their own cat.
And they killed their own cat. It chopped its head. It like chopped its neck and killed it.
God
and they had to
damn it.
come home to that on a Sunday after church. Charles and Danielle, who has your favorite barbecue sauce, Dan? I like one that Andrea makes, believe it or not. We make our own. It is, if you want to like make something similar to it, you'll do like 1/4 cup of ketchup. You do a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. I like it with the mother, which is the...
What is that? What is the mother?
The
no one can explain this to me.
The mother, I believe, are the sediment. It's the impurities.
Why can't we just say the sediment? Why do we got to say the mother? What
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
is
The
that?
mother sounds gross, doesn't
does
it?
sound gross.
Or it's like the Holy Mother or the Satanic
What
Mother.
is it?
I
hate who came up with that.
I don't know.
I hate
it's
whoever
just
came up with
brag.
that.
Bragg did. It's just impurities. I think it's just impurities of the vinegar of the pickling or the vinegar process. Could be way
A
wrong.
gelatinous disc that looks like a slice of wobbly raw liver. It's composed of a form of cellulose and acidic acid bacteria.
So
that
it's
develops
bacteria. There you
on
go.
fermenting alcoholic liquids and turns alcohol into acetic acid with a little help from some oxygen in the air.
That helped.
It didn't really tell me shit.
But I put the 1/4 cup of that in there. You're gonna put a little bit of Worcestershire in there. I like to use Grey Poupon because it's got the horseradishy Dijon flavor. You put a little bit of that in there, a little bit of yellow mustard, a little salt, a little pepper. Not a ton of pepper. Texas style vinegar sauce has a ton of pepper, and I don't like that. Maybe a little granulated garlic, and then you cook that on, and then some sugar. You need some sugar in there, and then you cook it on the stove for a little bit, and don't use a lot of Worcestershire sauce, just like a couple dashes. This is a couple dashes. And then, you cook it down a little bit so it thickens, and then you put it in a jar. And then Andrea and I like to add sometimes like jalapenos or something to make it like a little bit spicier. But yeah, that's what I like. Blue Front is very good, Casey. Blue Front mild is good, and Blue Front hot is good as well. I don't like, sorry, Innate Mass. It's not bad, but just because it's so easy to find, I'm not a Sweet Baby Ray's guy. It's just a little too basic for me, but it is good. Like, if that makes sense. Like, if I had chicken fingers and they got Sweet Baby Ray's, that's fine. But it's not my favorite.
They're here.
Also, I believe I learned from QVC. What's up, guys? That Sweet Baby Ray is like an old white dad, and that ruined my what I had invented him. Come on in, y'all. Good to see you guys. I'm talking about Sweet Baby Ray's to the chat room.
I love a Sweet Baby Ray's.
Most people do, but it's not my
What's up?
favorite because it's just so basic. Good to
Sure.
see you. Good to see you, my man. Oh, I love the shirt.
I'm calling you guys the Hollerbach Boys.
The Hollerbachers.
I ain't no Hollerbach. Go Braves, by the way.
Yeah. Got to. What were we talking about? What was I talking about? Oh,
Barbecue sauce.
barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
We do some Sweet Baby Ray stuff at the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I like to make my own though. Like I like to try and
Sure.
make my own because it's always better. And I like vinegar-based barbecue
Yeah, I
sauces.
like a nice mop sauce, just where
Wet.
it's not thick and
Yeah.
where it's just wet. Yeah.
And then my mouth's already watering because I love apple cider vinegar. It's
Oh, yeah.
my favorite thing in the world.
We
I
have
got-
little apple cider vinegar drinks at the market for like indigestion and
Yeah, oh, they're
stomach health
great.
or something. Yeah.
But vinegar to me is like the greatest condiment. I think it relates to my ketchup. Malt vinegar on French fries might be.
Oh, I can't get into it.
I'll eat so much of it, I'll make myself sick.
I've got a whole my pantry. I've got a whole row of different oils, different vinegars, different
Making my mouth water.
just everything. Soy sauce,
And
Worcestershire.
see, that's a thing too. Like Maisie got that from me because May will eat. We have a memory. We have a video of her from Mellow Mushroom when she was like 2. They had They had these what were they? Colorado River malt vinegar potato chips that came with like their meatball subs.
Sure.
And she ate 3 bags of them and then vomited everywhere because they're so good. She's addicted to the flavor, man. All right, we're gonna talk some Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfesties.
All right, let me get that saved. There they are, the Hollerbach Boys. Hollerbaching, gotta fix Pat's camera. Got any new shoes lately, buddy?
Oh gosh, I got a couple of
You
OG
luck out at the
Shaq
Plato's
shoes,
Closet.
Yeah.
Dude,
I went into one and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can go in another one
He
again.
found like 6 pairs of like limited edition Nikes and like Plato's. I'm like, all right.
I'll take my breaks and drive over. I'll see it on Instagram and I call them like,
Is it
hey,
the
we hold
Sanford
those.
one? I'm gonna have to go to Sanford.
Altamont usually.
Don't give up your secrets.
It's okay.
Give it to me.
Don't you
I'll
would
Sam's
think
not a
I'll
size
brave it.
11.
you would think
No.
that Plato's Closet would put them up on the internet, right?
They do some, but they're not gonna put all of it.
Yeah, they don't.
But the ones I got were all posted on Insta, so I call them and have them
Yeah, I
hold them.
started following them once you told me that.
Yeah.
But mine, the Waterford Lakes one sucks.
All right, make sure Eric, can you hear yourself, buddy?
I definitely can.
Yeah. All right, you ready, Mr. Van?
Sure.
Here we go.
Mr. Tom Van.
In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. The Hollerbach Boys are here.
Hey, Hollerbaching.
Chef Pat and Erik, how you guys doing?
Just swell.
So let's talk about Oktoberfest. Kicks off September 16th.
It is time.
This weekend, the keg tapping is at 6 p.m., correct?
6:30, but get
So,
there at
okay.
6 p.m. Make sure you get a seat. You know, we've got one of our employees who's been with us for a very long time is the one who's going to be tapping our keg. So it's a real special moment for
Our
us.
longest tenured employee that is
No
not a
way.
Hollerbach.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, wow. How many years, if I may
20.
20 years?
Wowie.
And that's the cool thing about Hollerbachs is you guys really do run your business like a family, and
Yeah.
people have been there for like 20 years. So
That's
it's
crazy.
Some say when you're there,
You know.
your family.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Home of Hospitaliano. Wait, no,
Hey.
I can't say
Yeah.
that. No, that's a different place.
like it's just the experience of the waitresses, the waiters. Everybody's just
Yeah.
been there
20
for so
years.
long.
That's wild, man. So this particular person got to see basically the entire, I guess, explosion of popularity with you guys. That's wild, man. Very cool. Is this the wooden keg that you got to take the little wooden? These things
How does that
scare me.
work?
When I see this, it looks very scary to me.
We've,
Also, most
we've
things-
never had it. We've never had it go well.
Yeah, never
So-
been never been successful.
Be a bit-
All right.
yeah.
I'm
So
glad
how
to
do-
hear you say
yeah.
that.
But
I mean, you're a man of honesty.
Yeah.
It's a wood look, but it's still like a metal keg. It's a tiny, like a half barrel metal keg, and it looks like it's wood grain. And then it's got a little metal hole that you put the spout into, and you got to like hammer the hell out of this
with
thing
like
in
a
there.
big wooden
A mallet.
It looks like an old Gallagher mallet.
Exactly.
And it's wooden, but it's like it's kind of been smoothed out from years
And
of
it,
doing this.
it never lines up good, and beer always just sprays everywhere, and it's half the keg's foam, but it's
Yeah.
it's the experience.
It's a
that counts.
ceremonial keg,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
And people still drink it. And then, from what I read, I mean, if you're there, you get your cup, you get in line on the house while it lasts. You
Right.
know.
You get your foam while it lasts.
Yeah, for me, I'd rather just saunter up to the nice bar and say, "Hey, give me something limited that's here for,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
the whole Oktoberfest deal."
Actually, we have the Polaner, their fest beer that's actually brewed for Munich, and we managed to snag, I think, 6 kegs of that.
That's one of the kegs we're
So,
tapping. It's
yeah.
the same beer that they have on the Oktoberfest tents in Munich.
Nice, man.
And it's called the Polliner.
Yeah,
Paulaner.
Polliner Fest beer, you know.
Okay.
So Americans think Fest beer is like amber Marzen color, you know, or the Marzen style, but this one's actually light. That Germany kind of switched a few years ago, so now all the beers at Oktoberfest are actually really light. So we got one of those.
It would be funny if we have some shock top on tap. Blue Moon.
Yeah, ceremonial mohawk on an orange. Whose
So-
idea was that, by the way,
what?
to put the mohawk on the orange?
Big corporate beer.
You should be fired. You should be fired for doing that.
He's an old Cleveland Indians fan.
Yeah, it's not good. It is just not good.
So legitimate Oktoberfest beer on tap.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Are all beers traditionally at Oktoberfest like giant like what's the normal pour of that particular
Oh
beer?
yeah, that's when you want to get the leader. You want to get the Moss.
Okay, that's a big boy.
I know I've brought this up every year, but I feel like we know each other well enough to make this happen this year.
Swinging.
No.
Swinging.
Is that
Yes.
when I was in Germany for my honeymoon.
He never shuts up about it.
And
In the rickety elevator.
What have you done?
Yeah, and he went there for his honeymoon because of the German heritage
By
of
the
his
way,
family.
German lady, what did you think two fatso Americans did to your elevator? We just stood there. Like, what do you think? We're tinkering with the
Do you remember that? Do you
electronics?
guys know that story? They got
that's
stuck
one of my favorites.
They got stuck in the elevator?
Yeah, but then we're standing there and the lady's yelling at us, what have you done?
Was
And I'm
did
just
you
like,
do? Was did you do?
What do you think we're like? You think we're MacGyver in the electronics, messing with it or jumping up and down?
I knew what you did.
We're drunk.
You
We had
smashed
McDonald's.
all the buttons with your big fat fingers.
Anyway, this is what I want. Can we get one whipping boy out there? Just for this year?
We have asked Pat since
I
before
saw it.
the pandemic. We were asking for whipping boys.
Tom, bring your boys.
They don't know.
there
They
you
can't do
go.
nothing.
Oh my God, they look like whipping
They
boys.
They
They
do.
just need
They
later.
Perfect
really
little blonde
do.
hair.
They just
No,
need
I
later
know.
hosing.
Yeah, but these
Get them out there. Get the
Oh,
whipping.
yeah, well, they don't
Max
know-
was born to whip.
These
He's a breakdancer. We could do breakdancing whipping boys.
But they don't have the discipline of German whipping boys.
Yeah.
Why do you think they have the whips?
That's true. Even Maisie could get out there. I mean, like we could get
Hold
her
on,
in
we
the-
have Maisie whip them.
Okay, Maisie
No,
can
but
whip your
She
boys.
could be their coach.
They stand on the tables and then they whip their whips and crack to the beat of the German music.
Yeah. Little Rocky Top, crack. Rocky Top, Tennessee,
Yeah.
crack, crack.
Yeah, they're doing a whole thing and they're doing the
Yeah.
the
Swirl, swirl, crack,
Yeah.
crack, Rocky Top, swirl, swirl.
Doing the Petey Pablo.
Yeah, they're,
Yeah.
well, they're doing the S whip.
Yeah. Oh, the S whip.
Well, I'm just saying where the whip goes around in S-like fashion in the air, and then they'll crack it at the end on the beat of the music.
Yeah.
It's synchronized
Swoosh,
with the
swoosh,
band.
swoosh, crack.
I'm just saying that there has to be one teen whipping boy out
Yeah.
there that's from Germany that knows how to do this, and we can hire.
Well, what if they're not from Germany? What if they're just, Casselberry whipping boy?
Well, I've never seen it other than in being in Germany.
Where are we
Like,
at on whipping boys?
Just anybody out there, just please email chefpat@hollerbachs.com
Okay,
and
there
we'll
you
make
go.
it happen.
All right.
I don't think they do this in
Eric's a
the United
gamer.
States. No, there's no one that's trained in the traditional German whip. That's that I
Ain't like
see.
it was in the 90s, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
I'm sure there's somebody that does it.
Because there's tons of Oktoberfest events. Somebody's got to be doing
Lots
it.
of lots
I've
of
never
the slap
seen it.
dancing, the Schuhplattlering, lots of that, but still I've yet to see any whipping boys at any of the events that we've ever gone to.
Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's they phase it out.
I mean, this is only in 2007
Or maybe
in
you
Germany.
went to a
That's
crazy,
a long time ago, dude.
Maybe you went to a crazy gay Oktoberfest where they just showcase crazy things
Yeah,
that
we are
shouldn't
just
happen.
whipping
Maybe
each
it's
other.
something that shouldn't have happened.
No, it was-
Did you ever
they-
think that maybe it was just something that you shouldn't have been
We
witnessing?
were in a huge barn, and they were in lederhosen
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
I think this is going to be the year that you and I should
Oh.
get our lederhosen because we've never participated in that.
So,
I
let's
think
talk
we have
about
our
this.
lederhosen bodies.
So, out the outfitters,
Sure.
you have
Do you have whips?
legitimate lederhosen?
Oh, yeah.
Traditional German lederhosen. What's a full adult lederhosen even run? And are the shorts
Well,
leather?
Depends
What
on
are
how crazy you want to get, right?
Yeah,
Like,
what do you want to do? Do you want to spend $1,000? We can spend $1,000
Okay,
in there.
so they
We've
have
got
the-
nice beaver skin.
Hey.
are the shorts beaver skin?
Yeah, there's some are beaver skin, some are deer skin, some are like cowhide. There's different
I want
types
beaver
of
skin.
leathers.
See, you were asking about
Yeah.
furs, real furs
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm little Danny Beaver Pants. Like I feel like
They're beaver- they're beaver britches,
I think
okay.
I'm little Danny Beaver Bridges, ready to right.
And
How cute would I
And then
look?
there's lederhosen, there's bundhosen, there's Schuhplattlerhosen.
What's Bundhosen?
Bundhosen are the long ones that are like the pants that go almost
too
all the way
hot.
down.
Too
The
hot.
Schuhplattlerhosen are the ones that are super short that the slap guys wear.
That's what I want.
They're
Shoeplat
like
beaver.
the black leather with the
Two
green.
shoeplat believers.
And those are usually more ornate with like the deers and more scenic type stuffs.
Do it.
And then you have just regular lederhosen, which are like knee or a little bit past the knee length.
I am Justin Beaverhosen. Put me in.
do you have some hats?
We've got many a hats.
Okay.
Feathers to put in your hats.
All right, the
what
feather.
kind of- what
Boar
is the-
tassels to put in your hats.
What is the feather or like if I go and can I get the best feathers so when Tom goes he looks at me and
So
he's like, oh,
feathers are a
that-
status symbol.
yeah,
So
I want the top one though. Don't let him.
So say like the.
I want him
what are
two
those
feathers
guys?
lower than me.
The bald eagle feather is the
is illegal to have.
Yeah.
So
Only in America.
Okay.
Only in America. Like Germans, they like what? You guys like the
we're
black.
Native American though, so it's okay.
What is that
right?
black bird that's on the?
A crow?
A crow. The German crow feather.
A crow feather. I feel
Yes.
like that's the cheapest of all feathers,
Lots
right?
of pheasant feathers.
Okay, yeah,
and
pheasant.
like those, the pretty birds with the long tail feathers. And then
Peacock?
I've never seen a peacock, but they've got some like goose or swan, like super long
You're a
white
goose
ones.
feather guy.
All right.
But like not down, but like
Just
big
silly
ones.
goose.
But like the president or vice president of like the German clubs or whatever, when they do their things, like they have the longest feather, and then it goes down by order.
Oh, no, really?
And
Yes.
then
the
everybody
leader has a long
yeah,
feather?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody else has short feathers.
That's where the name came from, like Jonathan Longfeather.
Is there a
Big Daddy Longfeather.
Is there a feather ceremony when you become the leader where they present you
It's
the
called
feather?
grand feathering. No,
It's in a
I'm not
box.
sure.
And then they like
From what I'm
do they
told,
tap
the
your
feather, no,
shoulders?
the feather chooses you. You walk into the room, and there's like an old trollman.
Okay.
And then all these boxes start rattling, and all these drawers start going
And
in
one
and out
feather
and in and out
falls.
and in, and one feather falls down, and that's your feather.
And as soon as, like, how does the ceremony go with the keg tapping? As soon as the keg is tapped, does the music start and everybody start partying?
Yeah.
That's what I want to be there for. Like, I want to bring my sons to experience that ceremony.
I mean, if you can
Is
get
it-
their heads out of an apartment playground long enough.
Is that something you make reservations to? First come, first serve? Like, I'm sure there's.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah, we're first come, first serve. So get there, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, get a nice seat, put your name on the list. Even if you're waiting to, come on in, witness the ceremony, get in line, grab a cup. We'll make it fun for everybody.
Okay, where are we at? I pulled up something that I want to see. Where are we at with a traditional devil's wheel?
What's that?
It's the wheel. You've never seen this? They do it at Oktoberfest. It's It's a wheel on the ground that's made of wood. And then from what I've seen, I'm going to mess this all up, but it looks like a bunch of hot ladies and lady hosen.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And they get on they all run out and they sit on the wheel. And then, again, with little boys, pull a rope back and forth, and it spins the wheel really fast, shooting hot women.
It's like a carousel almost, but
and
they
it
sit.
shoots hot women in multiple directions. Big, busted German ladies flying everywhere. I'm like, give me
And well, what's the
to
point
control
of
the devil's wheel.
The
And
last
to win.
Yes.
woman standing
is the
on the
strongest,
wheel? Okay.
most big, tall. I like
Oh,
tall ladies.
yeah. And there's, I want to see this
Yes,
competition.
devil's wheel.
Tolly St. Pauli girl.
Yeah, Tolly St. Pauli. I didn't even know they had such a thing.
Hold
Sam,
on.
you might be able to win this.
Yeah.
Can we do the devil's wheel?
It looks very dangerous, but it looks so awesome. Like the
Let's
insurance,
sign a
it would be
release.
such an insurance problem. Oh my God.
I mean, how big is the wheel?
It's
Like,
huge.
gigantic,
Here.
like 25 feet?
Yeah, it's huge.
Here's a
let
child
me
being
see.
rocketed off the side.
Okay.
See? It's a wooden.
Oh, it's smooth.
yeah, and it's
It's like a carousel on a playground without the bars going over
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Someone posted a video of this in the BDM group.
We need this, dude. We need a devil's wheel. There's like one that's become like.
Are you drunk on there? Or what?
You can be, I guess.
I mean,
Anything goes.
They don't do waivers in Germany, so.
It's a different ball.
Okay,
game.
here's one. This is the video, I believe.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
the
believe
key-
that was the one.
The strategy is to stay
Yeah, that's
towards
it.
the center.
Okay. There. So here's the
Okay,
wheel.
oh, it's whipping them off.
Oh, and they're all beautiful ladies,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
whipping off these, and they're all in their,
Yeah.
You see, sometimes you see a cotton shot now.
I like
They're
the ball swinging back and forth.
yeah,
on
no,
the
Yeah,
table.
what's with that? That's extra.
Yeah, that's that. Knock them off.
Okay, the ball.
Oh, now they got a rope tying them up. You can see cotton shots ahoy. It's crazy.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm
This is
telling
like
you,
in
man,
some sort of arena.
this is awesome.
So the medicine ball they're swinging is
Yeah,
just to
it's-
knock them off. So they
And now they're
It's like
fighting.
Wipeout.
What do you think of that?
I've
buddy?
seen the way this video
awesome.
ends.
I'll go watch this.
I know. Who
We
wouldn't?
can make a lot of
Yeah.
money here, Chef
We
Pat.
could do this at the Cabbage Patch.
Do we got? I mean, do you have any area in Hollerbachs or around Hollerbachs we could build one of these things? I can get Magic Man to get we can do it.
Oh, my God.
He's
Hey,
just had a
man,
kid.
I made it out of class.
The secret rooftop.
Yeah, you will get flung off. I mean, that's cool. I've never even heard of that. The Devil's Wheel. Did they only do it?
Not the Devil's Wheelchair. That's a whole different. The Devil's Wheelchair. That's a whole different event.
So is this done only in Oktoberfest, or is it all year long?
I don't know.
So a lot of different towns and regions in Germany have fests for different things all year long. You know how we have, Pints and Paws or, Bad at Business Beer Fest. They have Volksfest, which is like a people's fest, and they do it to celebrate different stuff in each town. Like, not everywhere does big Oktoberfest celebrations. That's mainly in Munich and Bavaria.
All right.
Over where Theo's from, that's where the Carnival celebrations, they're more popular and prominent over in Cologne and where Theo's from than they are in Munich. So it just depends on regionally where you're at, what you're celebrating. But I would bet you could find one of those all over.
So I also want to suggest to everybody listening, like if you want to do, I mean, of course, go to Hollerbachs to celebrate Oktoberfest, but if you want to do some sort of version of like an at-home Oktoberfest party, you can get all the stuff that you need to have the traditional Oktoberfest at the market, at the outfitters,
Sure.
And it's going to be
we
good.
can even cater it for you so you don't even have to worry about it.
All right,
That's what I was going to say. Take it a step further and just have them cook it because you're going to mess it up. You just are.
How do you do that? Like if they want something catered,
It's magic.
is that like you go online, fill a form out?
Yeah. What's the easiest way to get
Yeah, go to the website, hollerbachs.com, or you could just email Sebastian, who's catering at hollerbachs.com. Real simple. And,
nice.
Yeah,
catering at hollerbachs.com. That's a good idea for holiday season rolling around. Even outside of Oktoberfest, maybe for your holiday party.
Like now we're ramping up into our busy season for that. So definitely if you know you're going to have people over and want us to cater it, get those orders in now. We eventually do fill up for certain days of the year, especially towards, Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that. But we are full service catering.
Now, what are the? I pulled up like from foodandwine.com. What are like traditional, like Munich or München, like Oktoberfest foods. And I want to make sure that they're getting it right because I'd rather get it from you guys than some stupid website.
Sure.
But they say roast chicken.
Sure, we're doing Brathändel for a special on Saturday for Oktoberfest kickoff.
All right, what is that? That sounds lovely.
It's a roasted chicken,
What do you put on that? What's the process of roasting this chicken?
So it's Theo's grandpa's secret spices. So he had a jar of his spices from the butcher shop that he brought over and just had in his cabinet. And we had it deconstructed from one of our spice companies.
Nice.
To figure out the spice blend. So that mixed with...
stole the secret.
He stole the grandpa's secret.
It ain't that much of a secret.
Send it to the computer and figure out what's it. That's how
they did this with Willy Wonka.
That's what Krang did to steal the ooze secret. He figured out a...
We've got Opa's ooze.
I love the fact that you guys deconstructed it, though, to make... Well, that's how authentic that you're getting. Now, pork. You got to do pork, right?
Definitely, pork schnitzel. We've got our pork shanks, the eye spine, bratwurst, definitely bratwurst, sausages with sauerkraut,
roasted ham hock. It says here.
Yeah, the Schweinshaxe. So Schweinshaxe and Eisbein is regionally again different. Schweinshaxe has the skin still on it.
Okay.
So it's got almost like a chicharron on the outside.
Oh my god.
And ours, Theo's region, doesn't do that. It's like the boiled shank and then oven roasted.
Yeah, a little more tender, I would imagine.
Fall off the bone.
And then obviously pretzels.
Sure.
You got to get sausages.
Oh, by the way, we just started new cinnamon sugar pretzels upstairs in the Uberkeller.
No,
oh my gosh,
man,
so good,
man, I
so
love
good.
pretzels. The only thing that's worse for me with salty pretzels, they're cinnamon sugar pretzels. Like I love pretzels.
The vanilla sauce that goes on them.
All
A
right.
little bit of pumpkin spice hiding in there too. It's
Okay, all
amazing.
right. I like all of that, man. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And then you got cheese noodles, which is
Käsespätzle.
Käsespätzle.
Got that.
Did you say cheese doodles?
Cheese
noodles.
Oh, okay.
Cheese noodles.
Potato pancakes.
Yeah, sauerkraut. I mean, now how do you guys make your sauerkraut? What's the process on that?
So it's barrel fermented sauerkraut. We rinse it off, so get like those naturally fermented juices off of there, so it's not as sharp.
Right.
And then we take bacon, render it down, cook it with onions, apples, and sweet white wine. Then we put the sauerkraut back in with that. So it braises with the white wine and the apples and the bacon and the onions and gets sort of a more mellow flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, and juniper berries.
Oh, so good.
I feel like there's no better way than to kick off your fall than to go to Hollerbachs and eat this food and celebrate and have. I mean, like we've talked about before, it's an experience when you go to Hollerbachs.
It is.
It's more than just a dinner. You're going there for the music, the atmosphere,
the full culture, yeah.
the culture, everybody's having fun. Like when you walk into Hollerbachs,
even Tom has fun.
No, I don't. It's the most fun dinner I've ever had.
It really is. Like it's crazy to see the person that
because everybody is nice and fun in the restaurant, and because they all feel it too. So it's like everybody's partying together instead of like you're just sitting there at your table by yourself. You feel like you're with everybody else.
You get pulled in, and obviously you guys are gonna have all the music. You're gonna have I'm sure you're gonna have probably special music. And you guys are hopping around, right? Like going out and kind of like you'll be around.
Yeah, we're doing the VIP at Mount Dora. We're doing Lake Nona one night. What night is that?
That's September 30th.
September 30th.
Good to know.
Deviant Wolf on the 27th. You got
Sam
Citrus
knows.
City on October 8th. Avalon Park, which I might hit up. That's
Avalon
close to
Park's
me.
going to be the big one. We're doing that the 13th and the 14th,
13th
that
to
Friday
14th.
night and
Nice.
Saturday.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, Chef Pat. For this year's Porch Fest, I know it's early, but we're doing it again. Our house got approved. Our Airbnb
put in our joint order.
Yeah, speaking of the joint, I'd like to because it was a hit last year with all the bands and everything. And
it was better than a hit. Like you guys single-handedly made it so the bands that were at our location wrote me afterwards and said oh, thanks so much for thinking of us and the food and everything. I'm like, I did very little except for asking Chef Pat to maybe bring you guys some grub, but you guys made us look like rock stars, man, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
we love it anytime, man.
Those sliders, those wings. If you haven't hit up the joint in West End,
how's it going at the joint? Anything new?
We got the new one is the chopped cheese. Is Zwane's chopped cheese. People are buying that thing like crazy.
What is
It's
that?
so good. So chopped cheese is basically like the food you would eat like after a night out in New York City. It's kind of like their version of a cheesesteak. So it's like ground beef and American
This
cheese.
is made for me.
It's like that Aki way kind of stuff.
Chopped
well,
cheese.
I gotta go get some chopped cheese.
I have heard that phrase.
So first you put the patty on the grill.
This sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I love it. Like a good gut busting Sammy.
That
with
and the
some
moon
creamy
rocks.
cheese. What's
I'm
moon
gut
rocks?
busting
So,
Sammy.
What's moon rocks?
So we take our chicken nuggets and then we toss them in CBD infused hot honey, and then we toss that in hot Cheeto dust.
All right.
Oh,
that is good. So it's
right.
like basically spicy nuggies.
Right, spicy
I
nuggets.
love those spicy
I'm a
nuggies.
big fan. I mean, some spicy nuggies, some wings, the sliders, watch some football.
So if you want something super traditional and you want to celebrate, Oktoberfest the way that you should, you can, hit up the standard Hollerbachs. Or if you want to go a little crazy and get something a little more experimental and a little more bar side of things, you can head over to the joint inside the West End Trading Company and enjoy that as well.
Chef Pat, Erik, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it.
guys.
Always
Yeah,
good
thanks.
seeing you guys. Get to work on that devil's wheel, and we will see you guys in a bit. Awesome. Nice job, y'all.
That devil's wheel is funny.
There's also some videos of people getting pretty darn injured in it. Though. Like those are the ones you don't want to play.
That one's the best one, the one that you played.
Yeah.
But I've seen some absolute.
There's
shit
some that
shows
you
out
just see like little German children rocketing into like walls. It's like, they placed it too close to the wall. Is it lunch?
Yes.
Yeah.